SASportsStar.com, San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NFL, roster trimming has begun. The Dallas Cowboys have placed rookie Phil Mafah on the injured reserve list to start the season. The plan is to have him return at some point, according to Jeremy Fowler. In other league news, the NFL has signed a marketing deal with Abercrombie & Fitch. They've worked together since 2022. The two sides look to build on their success through a fashion-first lens. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. How we doing out there, San Antonio? I'm your old pal, AJ, and look who's here to my left.
I'm here.
Oh, yes. It's Mr. Rob Thompson! Whoa, whoa, good morning,
There you go.
Rob!
Applause. Till later, I'll be here all week. Well, most of the week.
This is one of your
Most of the week.
This is one of your more adventurous Aggie shirts.
It's Aggie week,
Yes.
so I'm digging into the closet.
This is this feels like did you get this at like the Myrtle Beach Bowl or something?
You know what? I've been acquiring Aggie shirts for about 30 years. I have got some ugly ones.
Yeah.
So this is on the ugly side, but
Okay.
I like it. I mean,
it just looks festive.
it is a festive one. When you think Aggies, you don't really think palm trees.
No.
So maybe that's why.
No,
I enjoy
it's like
it, so.
that's what I was saying. Did you guys play in some crazy bowl, the Bahamas Bowl or something?
If we had, we lost.
Yeah.
I don't. I've lost in blizzards. We've lost in a variety of different climates. No, I think this one's actually a relatively newer one. But
Okay.
yeah, it's light. It's festive.
And then there on the other side of the glass is our old friend Victor Brown.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Victor.
Morning.
What are you up to today, buddy?
I have a headache this morning, but I'm feeling better.
Oh, you know what would have fixed it?
Caffeine?
Edwin running the board and you going to get tacos. Might fix it.
It is
You know what? I
open.
forgot. I was supposed to get tacos.
Might
When you brought that up
fix
just now,
it.
I woke up craving sweets though. So
I mean, that
I had
thing.
to
What
have
was
my-
that thing you had?
those toaster strudels, man.
What was it drizzled in?
And the toaster strudel goodness. That icing that you get.
Yeah, it doesn't. It looks like something else.
It looks like honey or something. Like it does.
gets-
I mean,
it
kind of
goes
does look
clear.
like.
But yeah, dude, that's,
It does look like-
that's next level stuff. I've never thought about it, but
I didn't know you saved
if
it.
you had any idea, well, if I had any idea it tasted
I've
like
been
that,
putting it in a Ziploc since I was
Goodness.
14.
that's a porn right there. That's one of those.
Did I go buy an egg?
You just took a deep exit on Pornhub. That's what when you went to categories, you went to a weird one. You took a couple of
But
left
they
turns.
do exist. And that's the scary part.
Everybody's got rather specific tastes. There's normally 3 adjectives involved.
Oh boy, what a start!
I know.
What a start!
Oh man.
We've got a lot to talk about today. Oh boy, today is cut down day, so we will. And obviously, we won't know everything before the deadline. So tomorrow, the deadline's 3:00. Tomorrow, we'll get into all the cuts, but we know some stuff that's gone on so far.
And I imagine we'll get some dribble out right about at 8:30, 9:30.
Yeah. At some point today, actually, I think in the 8:00 hour, or excuse me, the 7:00 hour, we're going to break down some college football. Rob and I are going to deep dive into the season, look ahead to the big conferences, look ahead to who might be playoff teams, who might be overrated, underrated, etc. We'll talk about that and all the doings in the NFL, new deals, new news
Everybody
in
got
the
busy
NFL.
yesterday.
Almost everybody's getting their stuff taken care of.
Almost all.
Somehow, Micah still.
Some things are more important than money, AJ. I haven't really found them yet, but I've been told.
Well, Micah thinks there is something.
I've been told somewhere out there's something more than money.
Micah was not at practice yesterday, at least not the part of practice that was open to the public. So that is unusual for Micah this offseason. He's at least shown up on the sidelines, pouting and doing his Micah thing, but didn't even bother to do that yesterday.
I wonder where he was.
I don't know. Maybe in the training room getting his back worked on.
Or maybe negotiating.
I don't know if I'm I may be turning on him, but also
Dude, we still got time.
There's
time.
The more I watch of the Jerry Jones thing, the more I'm also like, I don't like him either. Like I'm
What have you discovered about Jerry during this series that you didn't already know?
I don't know.
To me, it's reinforced everything that I believed in him, both all the great and
I guess
all
you're
the
right.
bad.
It's just the negotiation stuff that I'm like,
He's doing it again.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
And I hate so much that he does, like, and it's admitted, he does things like this to get attention.
Absolutely.
That's not what grown men especially
Have
do.
you
He's
looked
like
at the world we live in today?
He's like the original TikTok clout chaser. Like, it's weird.
Yes,
but he's a 90-year-old man.
Yeah, but he started this when he was 40. This is Jerry. The one variable here that struck me.
It's like doing the Tide Pod challenge. He's like, "Oh, look at me!
I did that, and then I'll do the next thing." No, but he's older than that. He's pouring water on your head. Challenge. He's that old. He's even older than that. But what struck me here is, and I'm glad that you brought up the social media challenge aspect to this, is that because of the universality of social media, that there is a connection that Micah has with a lot of people that other players have never had. Mm-hmm. And you take that and then you add in the Gen Z zeitgeist, for lack of a better term, that I think this generation money is only about, it's still 90%. Let's not lie to each other. But I do think we have reached a generation where there are other things other than money. Where my generation and the one that very quickly followed, you can buy my allegiance. I know that you're a short-term employer. I know if I play my best, I only got to deal with you for 5 years. I won't be here long. I'll take the money and go even if I don't like you. Well, I do think that this next generation, the ones that are coming up now, there is a little bit more to it. So I will say that maybe this is a brand new situation. I'm not there yet because we still got time, man. We still got time.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm being overly.
No, I don't think you are,
but
because I do think this is different. But I still say, just because those two teams jumped up on that Monday when the first games aren't for 2 weeks, doesn't mean there's still not a lot. Most preseasons end, and then we got a week and we're playing. This is a different one. Now we got a little bit more time. And with Jerry, there are two axioms he always pays, and deadlines make deals.
We'll see. Well, you're right.
This is feeling different, but I still say we're in the same. But we are still on the same course we have always been, and there's still time to extend that course before Jerry has to make a decision. And that the first hurdle is game day. And last year we went to 11 o'clock before the noon kickoff. He signed Dak at 11 o'clock before the noon kickoff. So we're on the same course we've always been.
I just think Jerry's never run into someone who money isn't the number one factor.
That's what I'm saying. That is the variable, and maybe Micah is that first, but I have yet to find a situation in my lifetime, and I'm talking about my life. Now, I've never dealt in this kind of deep water, but money whips a lot of problems.
It's like when Hulk Hogan was in his prime run, and Hulk Hogan had beat Andre the Giant. He had beat the Iron Sheik. He had beat Sergeant Slaughter and Macho Man and the Ultimate Warrior, but he'd never gone up against a dead man, and the Undertaker was just a different monster for him. This Micah might be the Undertaker.
It might be finally
He's I've never met a man who doesn't care about money, or money's not the only priority. And that's where it's like, Jerry's going to be like, how do I deal with this?
You offer more money. You think I'm kidding?
Because that's his magic power.
Yes,
I've got all the money.
That's a pretty good magic power to have. But every Superman has kryptonite, and this might be it. But until I get there, and we're not there, I'm not going to say it's happening.
But Ted DiBiase, who was the $1 million man, he couldn't buy off the Undertaker.
I know it's happened, especially in.
And even he tried. He's like, I'll just give him more money, and the Undertaker just kept being the Undertaker. And Ted DiBiase was like, oh no!
This morning we're gonna wake up and it's gonna be Cowboys leading the news, and it'll lead the news tomorrow, and it'll lead the news, and with every passing day, the buildup will be more and more, and you know that release when you finally get the deal done. Oh, isn't it nice?
I'm looking. I don't see anything on the front page of ESPN about the Cowboys.
Oh, I'm talking about the TV. Jerry doesn't read.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to go way, way down.
Jerry's not reading. He's looking at what's leading SportsCenter. And SportsCenter Cowboys will be in the A block. It might not be number one because the two guys getting signed, and that's great because that's the buildup.
Well, and Carlos Alcaraz got a haircut.
See, that's pretty huge.
He looks good.
He looks like he's a recently escaped Bosnian some kind of mafia.
Like a refugee
of
some
some sort.
sort.
Like a Bosnian mafia, the tracksuit mafia.
It looks good. It looks good on him, on Carlos. Yes. Well, let's do that. Let's talk about the deals that happened last night in the NFL as we get a little bit closer to one guy left. As Micah might be the last guy who doesn't get a deal in the whole wide world. We'll do that. Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Jack just says, AJ, do you not understand that wrestling is scripted? It ain't real.
What? Hey, man, there are kids listening.
First of all,
it's real.
First of all, the $1 million man throwing that money at the Undertaker, that was, were those fake bills? I don't think so.
Well,
and the Undertaker didn't take them.
Most of life, you have to take the advice of George Costanza. It's not a lie if you believe it.
That's right. All right, we'll be right back. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have some overnight road work could possibly slow you down. 35 northbound Eisenhower over to Walsham. This road work has only the left lane open, so start moving over. 15, 17-minute delay as you stop and go from Rittiman. 35 northbound, the off-ramp to westbound Loop 410, the exit ramp also closed with road work. And 1604 eastbound, the off-ramp to 35, exit ramp closed with road work. Keep in mind, kiddos are back in school, so drivers stay alert in and around those school zones. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
What we've been doing is pulling one of the people that sells a car every month and giving them a prize.
Give Me the VIN is giving away $25,000 in cash every month.
David Ling sold your car last
I sold a 2020 RX 350.
Yep.
Yeah.
Open that check up and tell me what it says.
$25,000.
$25,000. Give me that. David Ling of Claremont, California is the latest winner in GimmeTheVin.com's big cash giveaway.
$25,000. What am I getting for being here?
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GimmeTheVin.com. Sell us your car.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You just pick whether you think your players are going to go higher or lower on particular stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic, semaglutide injection 0.5 milligrams.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Ins 9/13. Select models only.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money because you're in charge. And right now, you're going to pay for groceries. But you decide what groceries. Just keep in mind you're running out of dishwashing soap. But you decide if you're going to buy that soap. It's just those dishes won't clean themselves, will they? Remember, with Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
There must be some kind of way out of here, said the Joker to the thief.
The OG, you had to have headphones. Yeah, I mean the old school gigantic fans to truly appreciate this.
Yeah. Drink my wine.
And some of that Mexican brick stuff. But that's all. That was a long time ago.
All right, Morning Huddle, 94.1. Matt saying that Hulk Hogan never beat Ultimate Warrior in WWF, which is true.
Isn't he the Warrior dude? He's gone now, right?
They're both gone now.
Well, obviously the other one.
No. I think the Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
I thought I saw a wrestling thing about him.
Yeah,
he couldn't handle it.
But yeah, at WrestleMania 6, the Ultimate Warrior famously defeated the Hulkster. But as he points out in Halloween Havoc in 1998, Hulk Hogan won. He says because he cheated like the Patriots, but he did defeat him.
But he had
his
balls were lowered.
No, he just had some outside interference. The Warrior was past his prime at that point, and Hulk Hogan's prime lasted for a long, long time, apparently. All right. The big news of the day is probably, well, at least in the NFL yesterday, was probably Trey Hendrickson, who now appears to be ready to go week 1. And Trey Hendrickson did...
What was this all about, dude?
Well, it was clearly about money.
Well, okay.
Now, was it about... Trey had said, this is about me. I want to tell my wife where our kids are going to be going to school for the next X years. He doesn't know that, but what he does know is, and he stuck to his guns, he said, I am not going on the field making $16 million this year. And the Bengals said, okay, well, how about we give you $30 million this year, and you're a complete, pure free agent next year. And Trey said, deal. This is kind of
it's like he signed a franchise tag.
It is similar. And I think this works for both guys because
he sold himself short, man. Look at what Watt and those guys, he's $10 million under those cats.
But he doesn't have to be a Bengal for the long term.
I agree. I'm just kind of like, I kind of feel like you could have gotten this deal before. I don't feel like it after all this. And I know it's all guaranteed, and I think that was a big deal to him from what I've read. But it just, if I'm the rest of the NFL agency group and the rest of the defensive linemen around the NFL, I'm kind of like, brother, what was the point here? You didn't really get that much. You certainly didn't get market value.
No, but I don't know. He gets $30 million, which is below the top guys. But he gets to go out and get a deal from whoever he wants. And the deal, he wanted to get a trade this year. Nobody wanted to give up the compensation he was looking for to get traded, plus pay him.
Maybe he overestimated it. It just seemed to me when I saw the numbers, I thought, wow, that just seemed like a lot of work for this. And first of all, he just made enough money, more money than anybody that I'm listening right now is ever going to see. So who am I to say anything about the deal you signed? It'd be hard for me to say no to any of that. But in the grand scheme of things, it just kind of felt like he got worn down. Like, I got to go play, and ownership won. They just won the game of chicken because, okay, I'll sign the deal, and we'll deal with it next year. I'll be a free agent, and I'll be damned if they don't franchise him next year. Wait till that, and they'll still save money. But right now, he's back at work, but it just seemed like, you know what, maybe you could have probably struck this deal a couple weeks ago, but here we sit.
The Bengals and Trey Hendrickson had discussed a 2-year, $79 million extension that would have been $95 million over 3 years. So, and it would have been $33 million guaranteed, but no guarantees beyond 2025. And Hendrickson said, no,
I wouldn't like that one either. But so that's why I'm saying this one makes sense. But you effectively signed a franchise tag.
It is pretty much that. It does feel like this is but you know what? Maybe it's him not winning, but it's a compromise.
And good for him. He's going to work, and they desperately need him, and he's going to work for his boys. And I say he flinched at chicken. I mean, he's still going to make a crap load of money this year, and he's going to get a raise, and it's guaranteed. So he did get his win. But at the end of the day, when you look at what McLaurin got, the extension and the money and all that, and you look at what Micah wants, he seems to have kind of gone, well, we'll just deal with this next year. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like yes and no, because $30 million is still double the money he was going to make.
He got a massive raise, but he didn't get market value, and that's kind of the goal here. That's why everybody wants to
30,
be.
But again, I believe having some control of where you go after this is a big deal.
And maybe that kind of dovetails into what we're talking about with Micah, that maybe money isn't everything, and a little bit more control is worth the value, the lessened value, because at that point in a year, I'll have more control over my future. And maybe that's exactly what this generation and Mike is looking for. Maybe it ain't about the money. It's a little bit more control. I still don't believe it, but maybe in fact it is.
Yeah, and we'll see, what the market for him. And I don't think he's ever going to get T.J. Watt.
No, he's old.
He's 30 years old now.
I do, but for the next year, he is worth that. It could be a declining scale.
Which, by the way, there's a reason why, and we'll talk about him in the next segment. But Terry McLaurin didn't get number one, super high-end wide receiver money because
he's of age, but he got a fair guarantee, and at the very least, Henderson got the guarantee.
Yes.
So he's safe forever, but the declining numbers don't apply to this year. You know what? And more than anything else, you need me now more than ever, and that was thrown out.
Well, they did need him.
And
but it's a big deal for the Bengals, who are already going to be bad on defense. Now they're at least going to be only kind of bad and not as bad as they could have been.
They all saw the preseason. That defense was horrific.
But also, Jerry's been watching the preseason here and doesn't seem in any rush.
But Jerry, again.
But this is also something that can't be fixed with a Band-Aid. Yeah, Mike, this is a Band-Aid for the Bengals. The Micah situation can't be fixed with a Band-Aid.
I think if that Band-Aid's big enough, there's still some time, man. There's still time.
All right, we'll talk about what happened in Washington last night on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
How you feeling this morning? You wake up feeling good about yourself, look in the mirror and go, that's the person I thought I looked like. Or did you wake up going, man, I'm exhausted and I don't like what I see in the mirror and I don't feel very good and all I need is some caffeine and some sugar so I can get things going to where I eat again. If you're living that kind of lifestyle, I bet it's added pound after pound after pound over the years to the point where you realize, I don't know how I got here, but I can't live like this anymore. That was me about 9 years ago. Nearly 300 pounds. Hadn't done one thing specific, but had bad motives and really bad habits all the way through my life, and I needed to fix them, well, sooner than later, because the doctors were telling me I was pre a lot of things, and I didn't want to be current any of those things. So I started losing weight with the help of Dr. Torres. And what was unique about Dr. Torres was the program he put together. It felt like I was the only patient he had. He put together something that I could work with, that I could live with and not cheat on. And before you know it, I started losing weight. And then it got easier and easier and easier. Until now, I am on a program for the rest of my life. Dr. Torres is still my doctor. If you have reached a time where it's time to lose weight, you don't like what you see, and you don't want to start paying for a bunch of shots and pills, you want to go in and learn and do the old-fashioned way to lose the weight, now's the time. Call Dr. Torres. He will work with you all the way to where you need to be, and wherever that line is, he'll tell you exactly how to get there. Call him today. The number's 210-468-1891. His website, IFF Health. Go there. Take a look. Take the functional health test. I promise you it will open your eyes. Look, if it's time, call Dr. Torres today. He will change your life, and when he does, bring your skinny self over, and you can thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have some overnight road work could possibly slow you down. 35 northbound Eisenhower over to Walsham. This road work has only the left lane open, so start moving over. 17 minute delay as you stop and go from Rittiman. 35 northbound, the off-ramp to westbound Loop 410, the exit ramp also closed with road work. And 1604 eastbound, the off-ramp to 35, exit ramp closed with road work. Keep in mind, kiddos are back in school, so drivers stay alert in and around those school zones. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is officially cut-down day in the NFL. Who's staying, who's going?
We will react to all the moves, although I wouldn't say it's the final rosters for either the Cowboys or the Texans. Plus, UTSA Athletic Director Lisa Campos joins us at 2:35.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Thrivent.
At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love. Because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
The right stuff. Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And all it takes is a few clicks. We make buying metal online easy so you can spend less time shopping and more time getting things done. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Place an order online today at metalsupermarkets.com.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Having a tough time paying your bills? Learn how to reduce your credit card debt to a fraction of what you owe. Call the Debt Helpline now for free advice. 800-329-9912. 800-329-9912.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, my friend. We meet again. Can you take me higher, Rob? Feels like forever. What'd you pick this one, Vic?
This band's having a bit of a renaissance.
My Sacrifice?
Yeah.
They're kind of coming back.
I haven't played Creed in a minute.
They're aren't they touring now? And I saw Scott
so.
Stapp in like a duet with somebody else, like standing in, and he's making the rounds. And then I heard a country song that's got the Hootie "Hold My Hand" chorus going on. There's kind of a renaissance of that time frame coming back.
I don't know.
Ah, yes.
I mean, if you're down with this, you love Nickelback. I bet you got a Nickelback concert.
I liked and appreciated Creed more than Nickelback, but I mean, I
never hated Nickelback.
I don't hate
Nickelback. To admit it.
I'm not like a.
What about Linkin Park?
I like Linkin Park.
See, Linkin Park was
but that's a different genre.
But they were the Linkin Park of that genre. I mean, the Nickelback of that genre. They sounded like all the other songs.
I mean, but they were more on the innovative side.
And I don't dislike Linkin Park, but I just kind of felt like they were the perfect version of all the other stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If this is the epitome of this brand is this.
I will say, if you mean that the songs sound similar,
it's because everybody copied them.
No, I mean, like, I'll say almost every Creed song sounds kind of the same.
Yeah.
But, almost every Linkin Park song sounds kind of the same. But the Red Hot Chili Peppers are the masters of that, too. Like, every Red Hot Chili Pepper song is basically the same song.
I'm not discounting what they did, and it's funny how some get labeled one thing and others get labeled another, when in fact they're producing the same, but they have a better PR agent.
Yeah.
It's true.
Casey says Linkin Park isn't it with the new singer. I've never heard them with the new singer. Or, I mean, I don't know. I haven't listened to any of their new music, I suppose, is what I'm saying. I will say, who did I see that I was like, oh, wow, this new singer sounds just like the old guy. I saw him live in concert. I don't remember who it was, but I don't know. I'll think of it later on. Terry McLaurin signs with the Washington Commanders, 3-year deal, puts him in the DK Metcalf range. It's not top end money, but it's solid,
I think
top 20 in the league type money.
The happiest man on the planet is, number one, Scary Terry, because he's getting the money, and number two, his quarterback.
Oh,
I mean, my God, everybody high-fived as he walked in, and it's not just because of the output and he is the safety blanket. He's a leader on this team. They just need
I agree.
Scary Terry in the locker room to be Scary Terry. And Hendricks the same way. Both those guys are so valuable to the very near future of these football teams that there's celebrations going on in the locker rooms when these guys are walking in full participants now. So good for them. I mean, how old is Scary's 30, right?
He's 30.
I wonder if there's been a wide receiver to sign a bigger deal at that age.
Tyreek Hill.
So Hill's the only one.
Well, he of the top 20 pay, and Terry's deal is bigger than Tyreek's. So I mean, technically no, but Tyreek was the only one of the top 20 paid wide receivers in football that signed his deal at age 30 or later.
Wow. Okay.
So until now,
not unprecedented, but rare.
So I know he wanted to get into the CeeDee Lamb tax bracket. Just came short of that. The 6th highest paid receiver in football, though. He gets the same amount of money that A.J. Brown got. It feels like a fair deal. And you're right. I don't think the Commanders, or maybe they did realize what would have happened to Jaden Daniels without him. Like that's taking away that guy that was such a key factor for him to have that early success would have been brutal.
I think they had and I think the Commanders had a pretty good offseason. I like what little I saw. That offense looks like it's in pretty good shape, and they're going to be okay. And that's just that extra piece where they could well be now stocked to do that kind of Detroit Lion run that we kind of saw building, that they might be in a position to do this.
And Claymore says, wow, $90 million not being top-end money. It's not the money he was asking for. He was asking for CeeDee Lamb money.
Yeah.
He didn't get it, which I wouldn't – I don't know where I would draw. I mean, it's so silly to say, like, oh, the $2 million more a year, I wouldn't have done it. But this cap game is such a balancing act, man. It's everybody says, well, just spend it. It's just not that easy.
No, it's not.
And I will say now's the time to spend it. Because you have a quarterback on a rookie deal, now's when you should be. Hey, let's go for it. You've got your franchise quarterback, and he's not making all the money yet. This is your window.
You have to, and he knew it. And I also, just because what you read is what they want, that's the negotiation. Where you go in, you know what you'll settle for, and just because you put something at X doesn't mean Y was not always the goal. Knowing full well you're never going to get X. So if the number you hear your agent saying, that's not the number that you're going to end up at, you think, you hope. I mean, ideally they say yes, but there's not always a Bill O'Brien on the other side that'll just, yes, I'll do it. So, just because we heard he wanted X, that doesn't mean he expected it. I want it, but I'll settle here. And this felt like this is exactly where I thought I'd be. And it took this long to get here, but Washington realized they had to have me as much as I need to have them. So this was a far better deal for him than I felt like Hendricks got for himself.
I agree.
I mean, because this is a 30-year-old dude that is now set. He knows if I get another contract, whatever it might be, it's gravy.
Yeah.
Anything from now on is extra because he signed that generational contract that he felt like he deserved, and he did.
But it's a lot easier to get something like this done when your quarterback's on a rookie deal and not making Joe Burrow
Timing
money.
was perfect. That's why he held out. Like, if not now, when are you going to pay me? If it's not now, eventually, and it won't be next year because then I'll be 31, so it has to be now. And the Commanders came through.
Interesting question from Antonio. Where is my cat?
Oh, see, James is on vacay, so I get the sense, he's the one that tidies up and makes things nice for you.
So where is it at?
I haven't seen him. Vic, is he in there?
What the hell?
There he is.
Oh, God, bring my cat out here.
See, James is the one that arrives, fixes things up.
Jason Minnick moves this thing every day.
Yeah, they really do.
It's that big of a deal to him.
Yeah. It really
what
is.
What a weirdo.
Well, guess what? It's a big deal to us.
It's the El Guapo. But the thing is, it's just as big a deal to us.
Yeah. Well, what an odd thing to be upset
And thanks
about.
for noticing. We didn't see it becomes part of the furniture. But see, I noticed my chair was not switched out. And James, I think, moves the cat, and then he brings the chair in.
When does James return from vacation?
Today.
Okay. Wonder what he was doing.
Sadly, he was attending a funeral.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't go to funerals. I don't like that. It makes me sad.
I concur. Very rarely have I left a funeral happy.
I don't like that at all. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we will talk about the Browns quarterback situation. Got a little less murky yesterday. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Hey, guess what time of year it is? It's time to kick off the season and head over to Twin Peaks to do that. There is no better home field than the 4 locations around San Antonio as the big games start. Get there early and stay late, and Twin Peaks will have everything you need to enrich your viewing game. The games start on Thursday, and they keep going until, February. So gather with friends of like mind and head over to Twin Peaks. They got the seasonal delights that are going to just keep you moving all day long. You can start with lighter fare off that appetizer menu, head toward a big old plate, and have plenty of the local crafted beers that Twin Peaks is so proud to offer. They're a national chain with local flavor, and they change their menu all the time. So as you come into football season, head over to any one of the 4 locations. If you haven't been there in a minute, boy, you'll be happy you're back. Every screen's got the teams you want to see, and you make sure you're sitting in a man cave as you're watching everything you're chasing. And if you haven't done your fantasy draft, there's still time to reserve a room or a couple of tables to get your draft going. Nobody hosts a fantasy draft like Twin Peaks. The eats are spectacular. The drinks are icy cold, but why do we go? It's easy. It's those scenic views.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation.
Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
San Antonio, join the 210 Challenge and help UTSA football pack the Alamo Dome this season. Just $210 gets you a pair of club-level season tickets to watch all 6 Roadrunners home games this season. You can't beat this deal. $210 for a pair of season tickets. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. Because when we win, San Antonio wins.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
One, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Oh, Vic, I bet you were banging this back in the day.
Yeah, I was.
I think this kid was like 19 or something when this song came out.
Jaquan.
What was this, 2003, 4?
Yeah, I bet 2002 or 3.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. You know, I got the gun. You don't have a gun, Jaquan. Stop it.
I know. You got a BB gun.
You better run. All right. Morning Huddle 94.1. The scene in Cleveland got a little clearer yesterday, and this probably helps both teams here. Cleveland ships Kenny Pickett off to the Raiders for a 5th-round pick. Now, Cleveland doesn't have to carry 4 quarterbacks, which would have been absurd, quite frankly.
I think they were going to cut him.
I don't.
You think they were going to hold on to Pickett?
I think they were. Because he has value.
I think the intent was to unload him.
Okay.
I just, in hindsight, the more we talk, 4 quarterbacks is just outlandish.
It's crazy.
It was
really
outlandish.
is.
So I think that they probably played chess when we were thinking checkers, knowing full well somebody's going to need a quarterback.
Aiden O'Connell injures his wrist.
Yeah.
I think he might have a broken wrist. So the Raiders like, oh, well, we need a backup quarterback. The Browns have 50 backup quarterbacks.
so
we should call them.
I think we got to give the GM a little bit of credit for also understanding the league. Somebody's going to need a quarterback, and we'll hold on to these guys as long as possible.
I think it's just a mutually beneficial situation. The Raiders needed someone who can back up Geno, and this fits more to me with what the Browns are.
Yeah,
a team that if Joe Flacco gets hurt,
what's the point?
What are you even doing here anyway?
And I think we're going to see all 3 now. At some point, I think all 3 of these quarterbacks are going to start a game. I think we're going to see all 3 this year. And again, that plays into what are we doing here? We got a bunch of rookies and a guy that's going to be gone, and he could be gone mid-season.
Yeah.
So I do think that all 3 are going to get a shot, and there will be a sole survivor.
Or they'll, if they're bad enough, there'll be a Cade Klubnik or a Nussmeier
There's
next
room
year.
now. I think that this was exactly was the plan all along. It was just which of the veterans is going to be the most tradable asset. And I think if honest to God, I think if somebody needed a Joe Flacco, they'd deal Flacco. Well, if they still had Pickett. You know what I mean? I think if somebody called and said, hey, man, we'll give you a lot for Flacco, well, Pickett gets the start, and eventually I'll see Shador and Dillon play as well.
Yeah, because I think the way it works now is I don't think playing either one of those rookies would be beneficial to them right now. But I do think you're right that as the season goes on, we'll see them both because the Browns want to know what they've got.
Yeah,
and if they both are no good, okay, well, the Browns are going to draft a quarterback next year, and no harm, no foul. You've used a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick. If Dylan Gabriel can be your backup quarterback for 3 years, then you got your money's worth on a 3rd-round pick.
And but I saw enough of Shador to warrant more work.
Well, also. You just got a 5th-round pick in a trade that makes the 5th-round pick you spent on Shador null. We picked up a 5th-round pick. Big deal.
I'm out.
And again, if they are what we think they're going to be, then none of this is going to matter. They're going to be a bad team. I've said it all along. I don't think any of these quarterbacks are very good, so they will have a chance to draft someone who's good next year.
start looking at them as being maybe a semi-intelligent franchise? Because this is actually the kind of
No.
smart thing to do. Let's give them some credit.
They put themselves in this situation.
Well, they did get themselves here, but they also are now, as you just brought up, in a situation to extricate themselves from drafting Shedeur Sanders.
Anytime you're thinking that the Browns are smart, remember
I'm not saying that.
Remember what they did to get Deshaun Watson?
You can't fall off the floor. What I'm saying is they've reached the bottom of the pit, and maybe they are now starting to climb their way out because they actually handled this situation about as good as you could get because they're going to get out clean. If Shedeur doesn't work out, we got our 5th rounder, we gave it a shot, and we sold us a couple of tickets and some jerseys. And we got our true backup or our true future in Dillon. Or we drafted Dillon. It ain't going to work either. The 5's a wash. We'll blow the 3rd-round pick or whatever he was away, and we'll get us another quarterback. And we don't have to worry about any kind of long-term money. There's no quarterback wanting this job. Flacco is just here to land the airplane, just get us to the ground.
I wonder what if if the Raiders, when they called, if Pickett's the first name they brought up, or if they wanted to ask for one of the rookies.
I think they needed a player. I think that's why
You're probably right.
Pickett looks like a lot of guys, but at least he has some game experience.
Pickett's he's a professional backup quarterback.
Yeah, and he's got experience, and that's what the Raiders needed.
But yeah, it's it certainly at least cleans things up for the Raiders. All right. When we come back, we will start talking some college football. It's a big college football week. Rob and I will get into what we think is going to happen this year. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by your local Can-Am dealer.
Right now through October 31st, take advantage of the Can-Am factory sales and get a rebate of up to $3,500 on select 2025 Can-Am side-by-side or ATV vehicles. Conditions apply. Visit your local Can-Am dealer for details.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio. With smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker, the Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our four-legged friends. You know, the little things, like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost. Exactly what you unexpected.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Does RexMD really work?
Over 85% of guys said not only does it work, they saw results the very first night. And you can get your first month free at freerexmd.com with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit freerexmd.com to get your first month free. That's FREEREXMD.com.
Made in America, highest quality. That's Connecticut Quality Water Softeners. There's a reason Dave Ramsey says a Connecticut is a wise investment for your home.
Trust me, Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison. Connecticut uses less water and runs on kinetic energy.
So there's no computer to break, fewer moving parts, and it works only when you need it.
It was even voted most efficient water softener in the world by the Water Quality Association.
A Connecticut is made right here in America, has the best warranty in the industry, and is the wise investment for your home. Plus, you can try a Connecticut water system for 90 days absolutely free with no contract.
Call Connecticut of San Antonio at 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
ConnecticutSA.com. The long weekend sale is on at Target with exciting deals you won't want to miss. Stock up on grilling must-haves for a few more sunny barbecues. And while you're at it, ease into sweater weather with fresh new fits for the fam. Whether you're hosting, relaxing, or showing off your new style, Target has your deal in-store, online, and in the Target app. Hurry and save more with the long weekend sale happening now through Monday. Only at Target.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Got a new trouble spot downtown, 37 northbound Carolina Street. It's a disabled vehicle, center lane blocked. Just occurred, so a little bit of stop and go from right around I-10. Still working the wreck at 281 on the frontage road northbound at Nakoma, 35 northbound Eisenhower to Walsall. That's some ongoing road work. Only the left lane is open. It's a solid 30-minute commute as you stop and go from Redmond. Also rolling a bit slowly along Highway 90 eastbound 211 to 410. Pretty much most all our major freeway systems now slowing down for your morning commute. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NFL, roster trimming has begun. The Dallas Cowboys have placed rookie Phil Maffa on the injured reserve list to start the season. The plan is to have him return at some point, according to Jeremy Fowler. In other league news, the NFL has signed a marketing deal with Abercrombie & Fitch. They've worked together since 2022. The two sides look to build on their success through a fashion-first lens. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. AJ and Rob on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. How we doing out there? It is football week, friends. The time has come. Starting Thursday, we're going to have week one of college football's 2025 season underway. And we're going to take some time today to dig into the college football. And let's go ahead and let's kick around some of the conferences first, Rob, and then we'll get to the big picture stuff later on. But let's start in the SEC, because in the SEC, it just means more.
Yes, it does. I've read that off.
It just means more. I guess what we can do is start with the odds for those who are interested in such things. If you believe that Vegas knows anything, then maybe you're curious as to who might win these conferences. But the SEC is it's a tight race at the top, and then there's a pretty big gap after that. So we've got Texas favored plus 270, Georgia plus 330, Alabama plus 380. Then we get a jump to LSU at 7-1, and then a pretty good jump up to A&M at 15-1, Ole Miss 16-1, Florida 18-1. Nobody else better than 25-1. So, I mean, 3 teams under 5-1, LSU, and then a handful of teams, the mid-tier teams, A&M, Ole Miss, Florida. Then you get to Tennessee, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Auburn, kind of long shot. And then there's the garbage teams, which is this season looks like Mizzou, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Mississippi State just looks dreadful. So I guess the way we'll start is what do you think of who do you think should be favored? Who do you think will win the
Texas
SEC?
has the Jimmies and Joes. Texas has the flash talent and should be, they got 96 first-place votes or something like that.
Yeah.
They're legitimate. They are, but the SEC's rough and tumble. So you start going, okay, who's deep? Who's got the most flash players, but who can go 2 deep? Who can go 3 deep? I know the SEC is rough. And Texas, because they lost so much NFL talent, I'm not sure how it shakes out. I think it's going to come down to them in Georgia. And I think Georgia is probably not as talented, but they're deeper. And that's the one thing. I think Georgia's going to win this. I think LSU is going to be the wild card that's going to probably knock Alabama or one of the other contenders out of it. But I know LSU is going to probably lose a stupid football game, as they typically do. So
Yeah.
For me, I think Georgia 1, Texas 2 is the way I look at it, and it could be, and it's Georgia by depth. And if Texas stays healthy, they win the whole thing.
I'm kind of into Alabama this year. I really like Kalen DeBoer. I liked him coming in, and I think people were real quick to jump off the train of Kalen DeBoer and say, "Oh, this guy's no good."
Yeah, but I think he better not let that happen again. He better not have a Vanderbilt game.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And I think, he has lost so few football games. When you look at the numbers that Kalen DeBoer has put up in his professional career, it's ridiculous. But that loss to Vanderbilt,
yes.
When you go, wow, and Vanderbilt was as good as they're ever going to be. But that to me was, oh, wow, that just was out of character. So that's the only reason I put them third.
Yeah, I like them, but it's hard. It's hard for me to want to bet against Georgia because this is kind of a double-edged sword because Georgia, their schedule is pretty brutal. First of all, if you're in the SEC, your schedule is going to be brutal to begin with. But the toughest games on their schedule, Alabama and Texas and Florida for that matter, they get all of them at home.
Right.
Well, I guess Florida is the
that's the Tea Party, but that's the cocktail party.
Yeah, neutral game at least. But Texas and Alabama, they get at home. And now they've got to play Texas and Alabama, but one thing about Kirby Smart, he does not lose games at home.
No, and but I'll say, they're tough. They're a good football team, but Texas has the most talent at the positions that matter to me. I just, and if they can stay healthy, I think there's enough there to overcome youth.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think that there's enough offense to separate them from what is a defense-first conference.
Do you have a dark horse out of the
South Carolina
top group? Okay, 25-1 South Carolina.
And I'm gonna take off my Aggie lenses. I do think A&M is a dark horse because they are coming back with the things that A&M needs to have to be successful. And quarterback, certainly they need. They don't got that. They've got an adequate one. But the offensive line has been there and done that. And that defensive line, while it lost a couple of NFL dudes, had a hell of a transfer portal. The wide receiver that A&M brought in from South Carolina, maybe not from was it Bama? Whatever it is, I think it's going to make a difference. They're not in the upper echelon, but those are the two dark horses in the SEC. But the quarterback for South Carolina is a difference maker, and I think that's the team that I wouldn't want to play in November.
Teams I'm interested in, kind of outside the top group. I'm starting to think for once Ole Miss might be a little underrated. People are bad-mouthing Ole Miss to a point where it's like, man, that team almost made the playoff last year. And no one seems as good at working the portal as Lane Kiffin. Like he's
always got a quarterback.
He is still elite when it comes to finding talent and talking guys into coming to play for him. It is a new quarterback. This Austin Simmons, I can't say that that I know much about him, but
Kiffin's never had an unproductive
quarterback.
Yeah,
I tend to trust him.
Yeah.
The other team I'm a little interested in is Florida. Now the schedule is just brutal, and that's going to make everything kind of it's just like last year. That schedule is almost too good to consider them like a playoff contender, but I do think that team is going to be much better. They've got a really good defense. I think they've got a really good quarterback if he can stay healthy in Lagway. But yeah, those are the teams I'm kind of interested in on the fringes. This is going to sound weird too. I think Oklahoma might be underrated. I like
what?
Yeah, I think they did a good job in the transfer portal and they got a new OC. I mean, I don't think they're going to like contend for the conference or anything, but I don't think they're going to be as bad as they looked like they were going to be a year ago.
Wow.
I still think Brett Venables is kind of a dope, but getting John Mateer in, they brought in Jaden Ott from Cal, who's like the all-time one of the all-time leading rushers at Cal. I kind of like what they're doing, and this is addition by subtraction. I think Tennessee will be better just because Nico Yamiliava is not on the team anymore. Like I think just getting away from that dude who was a cancer and a bum.
Well, he won some football games. They're less talented this year. I think Tennessee's in for it.
They might be.
I think that they're an imminent destination, but they lost that quarterback late. I mean, that was one of those things that they didn't like him, but that was all they had, and he wanted more.
I think Missouri is going to be a disaster. I think they overachieved last year, and I think they come crashing back down to earth.
But they'll have a spunky quarterback, I can guarantee you. Undersized, spunky quarterback.
And I'm not sure how to feel about Texas A&M. I love their offensive line. I think they've got two really good tailbacks. That's going to help.
Three.
And it's going to cover up a lot of what I think Marcel Reed's inefficiencies might be or deficiencies. I just don't believe in him. Like, everyone seems to have just forgotten the bad that we saw of him, and they remember, well, he came in this game and he just pantsed a good football team, and he did. But everything else we saw of him when teams prepared for him, he just looked very meh. And that's been the Aggies' biggest problem now, it feels like, for 5 or 6 years, is they have not had a quarterback that can be good enough to win consistently in the SEC.
Well, you were right. The primary issue has been they can't keep a quarterback on his feet.
Yeah.
I mean, we're now at 6 former quarterbacks.
Also, dude,
you see, Calzada got the job in Kentucky.
You might have the best offensive line in the SEC.
If they can just keep him healthy, they're not going to put Reed in a situation to lose a game. I know Elko. So it's going to be a boring offense, but they're going to run the football, and they're going to force teams to beat them. And that's, as an Aggie, that's exactly what this team should be doing. And if they do it right, they're gonna win the 8-9 games.
I will say they are one of 4 teams in the country, 4, that return all 5 offensive linemen. That is a huge deal, I think.
And whenever you see
and they're good.
And it's not just A&M. Look back in the years where you see an upstart team, and the one constant is the offensive line is there is at least some continuity from the previous year. You know, that's the most important thing. The other thing is the quarterback. But the first thing, any team that jump starts, you look at that Vanderbilt team, that offensive line was the best offensive line they had in 25 years. And those are the things you don't really think about. when you see the extraordinary play from Pavia, but that line gave him things he had not seen before. So I think that helps. But, yeah, there's a lot of questions at A&M, and I think that because of Marcel's question marks, it's going to be interesting to see the offense that Elko was forced to put around him. I think it's going to be a very basic, don't screw it up. We're going to draw a line through the middle of the field. You will play to the left on this play, and everybody and everything you need will be on the left side of the field.
Brahma bullpen, dude won games in the SEC, put some respect on his name. I'm assuming he's talking about Nico. We'll see. My guess is Nico doesn't win a lot of games this year. I've got a feeling that the market was what Nico set it at, and literally everybody said, yeah, no thanks, except for UCLA. And I think they're gonna realize that they bought a lemon. I do not like Nico. I did not like him last year. I did not like the way he performed in the big games. He holds onto the ball too long. Yeah, he's a big no thanks for me. Just watching him in the playoff game against Ohio State, that was enough. I was like, yep, that's about what this guy is.
I think given UCLA's Big Ten schedule, he'll be adequate, but he's no stud.
UCLA I think is going to win 3 or 4
games.
games.
He'll be adequate, but he's no stud.
Yeah, I don't like them. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the Big Ten. So official prediction: who's winning the SEC, Rob?
Georgia.
All right, I'll go official prediction: Alabama. And we'll see where we land at the end of the season. We'll do the Big Ten next. We'll take a look at the Big 12 ACC, and then we'll get to the national championship picture. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, new season has begun. Football's beginning. School's back in session as the seasons change. What are you doing with your dogs? What are you doing with your pets on the daily? They've had a good summer. I've been around folks all day long. Are you literally looking at putting them in a kennel while you're going to work? No. Take them over to Bunkin' Biscuit. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits, just outside of 35, outside of 1604 and 35 over by Gilman. What a great place to take your babies every day. Or when you're headed out of town for a quick weekend or maybe a long vacation, you can trust that Bunkin' Biscuit's going to take care of your pets the same way you would. They've got everything you got and probably a little bit more. They've got inside play. They got outside play. Splash pads on those hot days. The tuck-in service every night if they're staying over. You can get a little bedtime story. Of course, the video access to check on your dogs all day long. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit has what you expect. Of course, they've got all the things that other places have, but then they've got the people, and the people's what separate it. My dogs love going to Bunkin' Biscuit. They are excited when they pull into the parking lot, and when they come home, they're exhausted, and guess what? They don't immediately run to the food and eat because they were probably nervous all day long. No, they ate their food. They had a good day. They love going to Bunkin' Biscuit, and that's really what you want, the peace of mind of dropping, well, it's probably the most favorite thing in the world, and they'll take care of it, Bunkin' Biscuit, the way they should. Now, the best thing to do is head over there, see what I'm talking about, but if you need more details, you want to go ahead and get things started, you can go to mybunkinbiscuit.com. They've got everything you need to begin. That's Bunkin' Biscuit. It's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit on 35, just outside of 1604. There is no better place to take your doggies. Trust me, I know. Go there today. I know you're going to thank me later.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is officially cut-down day in the NFL. Who's staying, who's going?
We will react to all the moves, although I wouldn't say it's the final rosters for either the Cowboys or the Texans. Plus, UTSA Athletic Director Lisa Campos joins us at 2:35.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them. They have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Morning Huddle 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. Eagles fan says, what happened to that UNLV quarterback situation? Didn't get his NIL money. Matthew Sluka, he's the starting quarterback at James Madison now.
The powerhouse of
James Madison actually. They're
a powerhouse.
They might not lose a game to, well, at least in their conference. But yeah, they're a pretty good squad, and Matthew Sluka looks like he's going to be pretty damn good too. I think they play Louisville and Liberty are their big games, and if they win those, they're probably going to win every game. So, he didn't get the money he was looking for either. But
who could?
But the difference, I just don't think Nico. I think Nico was a product of a good situation and kind of overplayed his hand and didn't realize that, hey, bro, you're just not that good. And again, we'll see this year. I think we will see.
It'll be easier for him.
I don't know. Big Ten ain't real.
The speed of the Big Ten isn't the same.
Yeah.
They're winning 3 or 4 guys. We're stuck on this average quarterback. That guy could have easily been at A&M. I mean, that guy's going to be fine in a lesser school, and the school will just remember him fondly as a guy who showed up for a year.
A&M said no thanks.
Well, they probably did, but I'm just saying we're talking about a mid-level quarterback that had a little bit of success on a team with a pretty decent defense.
All right, the Big Ten, where Nico will be playing for UCLA. By the way, they're 200-1 to win the conference, so you're saying there's a chance. The favorites are pretty clear favorites. Ohio State 2-1, Penn State plus 220, Oregon plus 370. Then you jump to Michigan 9-1, USC 16-1. Nobody else better than 30-1. So there's a pretty big drop off after those top 5. Purdue and Maryland, both 500-1, bringing up the rear. Who,
if not now, when?
For Penn State?
If not now, when? You got
last year, the year before.
No, they're even better this year. They are. That offense is even better this year.
No, I agree, man.
If not now, when? Dude, if you can't do it now, James Franklin, what are you doing?
They have one of the better quarterbacks in the country. They are the only team in the Big Ten that, like, of note that brings back a quarterback. They should win the Big Ten. Now they play Oregon at home. They are at Ohio State, which is tough. And if you're betting on Penn State, you're fading Ohio State, which I don't mind. I do think Ohio State is a little bit overrated. And not to say, I mean, they might beat Texas, but to go through the gauntlet of the Big Ten, I'm not sure this year because I don't know anything about this quarterback.
I still, after everything, I'm not sure how good Coach Ryan Day is.
I don't either.
You know what I mean? After all of this, and I should just shut up. Like, dude, he did it. That's enough. But there's still something about me that I feel like he's just this automaton that just has talent rolling in and doesn't make a difference.
I agree with that.
So I don't know about that. And James Franklin on the other side is nothing but flash and no substance. It's the other side of the coin. I'm going to go with Penn State just because if it doesn't happen now, it's never going to happen. You got a down Michigan team. You got an Ohio State that's going to be starting a ranked freshman who they're still stacked at wide receiver. There's still all the Ohio State stuff, but there's no really body else. I mean, I just feel like it has to be now. And you know why I hate to say it that way? Because as an Aggie, I have to believe that every team at some point can. And at some point, a team like Penn State, who finally has the table set, who got the defense, they got the offense, they got a down year in the Big Ten as far as the upper echelon. If it doesn't happen now, it ain't going to happen.
I think I'm with you on that. I like Oregon still, and I think Dante Moore is pretty good. I like Dan Lanning, but it just feels I still think the travel for these West Coast Big Ten teams is onerous.
I agree.
And yeah, I'm gonna go with Penn State just because I trust their quarterback the most. I know it's gonna kick me right in the balls when they're like.
Yep.
I know. I already know what's gonna happen.
And it's gonna be to like Indiana. It's not gonna be a big game. It's gonna be one of those games that a coach like Franklin should have had them ready. You should have beat this team, and I'll be damned if you pulled another Penn State game.
Yeah.
You just showed up flat, had a nice little comeback late, but didn't make it, and now you're done.
Robert says Ohio State's overrated. Defending national champs, you're overrated. I mean, defending national champs. Remember, they were the fourth place team in the Big Ten last year. They went on a good run, and I'm not saying they're not good. They're going to be good. They are always going to be good because they've got the best players, or they get the best players. But I don't know. I don't know if I can trust their quarterback. And I'm with Rob, man. I don't know if I trust their coach. And dude, you lose your top 2 running backs. You've got this great wide receiver, but again, you don't know anything about the guy who's throwing it to him. Last year they weren't the juggernaut that they had been in previous championship years. It was a good team. They just got hot at the right time.
All of that.
But again, it's very difficult to say I think Penn State will win because I know what happens to these Penn State teams, but that's the way I'm going to go too.
In your experience, I used to believe that a great wide receiver helped a quarterback. I thought a great wide receiver the likes of a Randy Moss or this Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State, that if you've got a great wide receiver, suddenly your throwing radius is bigger, your catch radius is bigger. You don't have to be so precise. A guy can go get it. I believe that for 20 years. I don't believe that anymore. I think I don't care how good your receiver is. If your quarterback can't get at the ball, your receiver's just another dude. And I think until I see Ohio State quarterback complete passes and do that, I don't care how good your wideouts are. I don't care as a defensive coordinator, especially in college, I can scheme you out of that.
Yeah. Vince says Ohio State he said he was about to put 20 on Texas. They might put 20 on Texas. I don't know.
I don't think it's a disgrace for Texas to go up and lose to Ohio State on the road in week 1. I don't think it'd be a massive achievement for Ohio State and if they beat Texas, say, well, they're the national champions. No, this is week 1, Arch Manning on his third start. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to whoever loses this first game. I'm not going to write either one of them off.
I tend to agree.
In fact, I might start to favor the team that lost because they now know what their problems are immediately. You're not going to hide it by beating a couple of teams and finally realize in week 4, oh my God, our left tackle ain't that good.
But when I sit here and say even though Ryan Day's won a championship, I don't know that I trust him. I mean, Sark's never won a championship. I think Sark's one of the probably 5 or 6 best coaches in the country. So I feel a lot better about Texas' coaching situation. It is tough going on the road, and there's a lot of pressure on Arch Manning. I don't know that. I don't think whoever loses this game is somehow. It's not ideal. You'd rather win, but especially now with the playoff format the way it is. This game doesn't matter nearly as much as it would have 15 years ago.
And sometimes those early losses are exactly what you need, like I said. But I think both those teams, whichever wins or loses, at the end of the season, both of them are going to look different.
Can you imagine if this game was happening 15 years ago, how important this game would be on Saturday?
To know that your season's over after week 1. To know that, well, there's no coming back from this. I'm going to end up number 2 or 3 in the country.
At a minimum, there's no more margin for error. Like, you have to win every game and then hope that somebody else loses.
And there's too many expectations. That's why those games were never scheduled 15 years ago, because you knew it was almost you dug a hole so deep, no matter how good you were, you'd have to live up to a national TV game that everybody remembered.
Yeah. Oh, man, I loved those games, though. I mean, that's where it's at.
Well, that's why that ongoing argument is the regular season should matter, and there should be only 4 teams playing for a title. This week 1 that we love so much should matter as much as we love it, and in 3 weeks it won't have mattered as much.
And Robert says, how many playoffs has Ryan Day been to compared to Steve Sarkis? I'm not saying Ryan Day's resume is better than Sark's. I think Sark's a better coach.
There's just something about the way Day portrays himself, and he has just
Ryan Day is a game manager.
It feels that way.
He's getting good players, and then he's not screwing it up.
But it doesn't feel like he has the need to elevate, to get guys to do things that they never thought they could, because the average talent there at Ohio State is NFL talent.
R says Sark stunk up the place in the college football playoff last season. It's 2 years in a row Sark's been in the Final Four. Where the idea is that
we're not there yet for Sark, but he's going to reach a time where that kind of statement is going to hold some water. But we're not there yet.
But it stunk it up?
No, he didn't stink it up. But at some point, you'll get past the, we're there, to we need to win this thing. And Sark's not there yet. This is still a team that he is still putting together.
And one thing about Texas, and where people kind of, I guess people take shots at Texas last year because Arizona State, quote unquote, played them close.
They did. They played a good football game, but it was a playoff game.
I remember that, early in the fourth quarter, that was a blowout.
Yeah,
but Texas took their foot off the gas and let them back into a game, and at the end of the game, it looked like it was a close game.
But because it was, but they won the football game. I don't hold anything against them for having Arizona State close in a playoff game. It was a playoff game, and quite frankly, Texas was still figuring out how to be a great football team. There's a lot to taking care of business in a playoff game against a team that is obviously lesser talented. They still beat them. And despite the fact of dropping and taking the foot off the gas in the third, they still beat them. I don't hold anything against them. And Arizona State was playing so far above their depth. I mean, they looked like they'd been touched by God. They got every good bounce early on. So and Texas beat them. I don't know what the problem is. That's not a disgrace.
All right, let's hit a break. When we come back, we'll do the ACC, we'll do the Big 12, and we will We'll make our predictions on the national champions. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared that trouble spot downtown. That stall at 37 northbound Carolina Street is just cleared. Still have the wreck at 281 northbound Tacoma. It's on the frontage road. 35 northbound Eisenhower to Walsham. This is some ongoing road work. Only the left lane is open. It is a 45-minute delay. Stop and go from 410 South Cutoff. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out at 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry. Course, we'll keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
It's Tuesday, and that means Taco Tuesday at Tamalitos. Fresh tacos, just $1. Today only. Bring your crew. Bring your appetite. Tamalitos is serving it up hot every Tuesday. Local flavor, big taste. 2042 South Callahan Road.
Arasti providers are all around San Antonio offering something that so many of us are seeking. That's a way out of pain. It's because Arasti treats pain in ways that you might not have considered. Their hands-on approach to getting you out of pain is by far the best thing I've ever experienced. It's about a couple of visits, just a little bit of effort, and before you know it, you're back in the game. And Arasti prides themselves on that. Did you know of over the 1.6 million injuries tested, 88% of those cases were resolved within 4 visits? 99.5% of Arasti patients would happily recommend Arasti to friends and family. What are you waiting for? They can achieve the results that you're chasing in an average of 3 to 4 visits, with each session focusing on your specific injury and condition. When you go to an Arasti provider, you get a full evaluation. They find out what the problem is. They fix the problem, and the pain goes away. I'm living proof. I had lower back issues all of my adult life. I stumbled into an Arasti provider thinking, here we go again. It's another 6 weeks before I feel good again, and that was not the case. 3 visits later, I was back in the game. I want that for you. It is so easy to go see an Arasti provider. See, you don't need a referral. You can call today and be seen today. There are providers all around San Antonio. You want to find out? Go to Arasti.com. They got a great map of all the local providers. They're adding new ones all the time. Here's the number you need. It's 1-800-404-6050. Don't worry about this. Pain can be taken care of. Don't let it take control of your life. Don't let it keep you out of the game. Call Arasti today. They're going to get you fixed. And when they do, come on by and thank me later.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been, because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this: the insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio.
Many of the successes you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Get started on your degree or certificate in San Antonio. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs, faster onboarding, and more from University of Maryland Global Campus. Get personalized local support services and take online or hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm gonna have to find a new genius, or two half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The right stuff.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic, semaglutide injection 0.5 milligrams.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Morning Huddle 94.1. Texas fan might be, I always say Aggie fan is like the most delusional fan in college sports.
Or the most optimistic, I can tell you that. And the most pessimistic, all at the same time.
Longhorn fan is the most, like,
myopic.
I don't know, like, what it is. They're the most entitled, certainly, or in the conversation for most entitled. Like, our Brigade Bart, Ewers stinks it up. Ewers didn't live up to the hype. Ewers' inability to make big plays and extend the chains with his legs hurt Texas. Quinn Ewers is probably the third best quarterback that the University of Texas has had in the last 60 years. And people, like, ran him out of town with a pitchfork. Like, you guys better hope that Arch Manning is what he's billed to be, because if he's not, you're going to look back and go, man, we really treated Quinn Ewers bad. Like, Vince Young and Colt McCoy are the only guys who have thrown for more yards and thrown for more touchdowns in their Texas career than Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers in the last 2 seasons had a better record than any starting quarterback in college football. Quinn Ewers in 2023 won a Big 12 title. In 2024, won an SEC title in Texas's first year in the SEC.
Yeah, but what have you done?
And it's like, oh, guy's no good. Guy's no good. The guy sucks. He's overrated. Are you kidding me? What? My goodness. Dude was in the Final Four back-to-back years. And now it's like, oh, guy's garbage.
He didn't make enough plays and extend them.
That's right. Yeah.
Which is a true statement.
He's overrated.
I don't know what the hell y'all expect.
No, I don't either, man. My goodness, dude. This is wild. Just no big deal. Big 12 championship 1 year, SEC championship the next year, back-to-back Final Fours. Guy sucks. Ridiculous.
Well, that's the weight Archie's carrying.
That is
the
man.
weight that is on his shoulders. That kind of memory. I mean, what have you done for me lately? So.
I think, man, it is wild that like Longhorn fan is so. I guess they just with the expectation. I get the idea that the expectation is championships, but dude, you're not a program. I mean, you haven't won a championship in 20 years. Like maybe appreciate when you got a guy who comes around and does some things that haven't been done in a long time, and instead of like, it makes Longhorn fans sound as crazy as Aggie fan. What are you doing? Eagle fan says, AJ, you just described Dak Prescott can't win the big game. I don't know. When is Dak winning multiple playoff games? Is he getting to the Final Four? He winning conference championships? I don't remember that.
So you're telling me that Quinn Ewers was Dak Prescott? Is that what we're
I don't know.
trying to?
And Vince says, fake news. Quinn wasn't all that. All those stats I just gave you, that's all real. That's real news, Vince. Real news. Real facts.
The fact is, if you don't win a title, you will not be remembered fondly at Texas.
Colt McCoy is.
Well, Colton was still basking in the glow of the previous title. I think we can always all say, if not for, Colton probably would have had one. You know, I think there's that. If he hadn't, if the injury hadn't, he probably would have had one. So I think that was still in the glow of the title years, and Mac was still loved. But until the next quarterback wins a title, they're all going to be Quinn Ewers. Trust me.
I assure you, if Arch Manning would have given Texas a better chance to win a title last year, Sark would have played Arch Manning.
I thought he would be starting by the time they played A&M. I honestly did. But
Quinn
Ewers was a better
Ewers
quarterback.
on one leg gave them a better chance to win last year.
But I will say this for Arch Manning: if he doesn't win a title, they're going to talk about him like he was Ewers. That's just the seat that you now choose to fill when you go to Texas.
No, if Arch Manning blows it, they'll talk about him like Chris Sims.
Well, yes, I'm just saying you're going to be treated
because
like
he got that fancy last name.
You're an absolute failure if you don't go win a title, and it won't even. And maybe you get to hold on to a Heisman, and it'll kind of pad your legacy. But the fact remains, if you go to Texas and you don't win a title, you're going to be talked about like you were Quinn Ewers.
It is. It's just funny how quickly the people turn on you. All right, let's look at the ACC and the Big 12. Not the Power Two, the next two, we'll call them. Is that fair, or do we still have to pretend like they're the same?
At least one, we have an idea. At least one, there is a cream and crop, and that's the ACC. Other than that, man, the Big 12 is going to be fun. It's going to be crazy.
Yep.
I have no idea what's going to happen. Honestly, I have no idea who is going to win the Big 12.
Clemson, a prohibitive favorite to win the ACC. They are even money to win the ACC. Miami plus 380. SMU and Louisville are plus 850. Georgia Tech 12-1. Everybody else 25-1 or worse. Stanford and Wake Forest both 500-1. If you're really feeling froggy.
It's funny how you SEC and the Big 12, Big 10. It's football. There's a lot of really good teams. The best story, the most fun conference this year is going to be the ACC. Because you got the prohibitive favorite in Clemson. You got the Belichick stuff going on at North Carolina. I don't know. Maybe. Then you look down at Miami. There's a lot of talent down at Miami. You just try to figure out how the hell are they going to screw this up? How's this quarterback going to screw this up? And then the wild card of Florida State. I think that conference, while Clemson is prohibitive, is going to be the craziest to watch just to see how this shakes out. The Big 12, I have no idea. And there's really not a lot compelling either. There's nothing really to dive in there where you go, that's going to be interesting to watch. Only real story in the Big 12 this year, I think, is has the money at Texas Tech made a difference? Has that billionaire Cody, whatever his name is, and all the money he has spent across all the different sports, are they going to finally see a little bit of a dividend from this?
Yeah. In the ACC, I think Clemson is the deserved favorite.
And they should win it by 2 games, man.
They don't have Miami on their schedule. They get SMU at home. That's their toughest conference game this year. They do play a very difficult non-conference because they play LSU to start the season, and then they're at South Carolina to finish the season, which is
That's going to be
tough.
a huge game. But they're just so much better than everybody else in the conference in my mind. And like you said, they don't even have to play Miami. So if they do see them, it'll be in a championship game.
Yeah, I have a hard time picking against them just because I think that the schedule is set up for them. Because even if they lose to LSU and South Carolina, it still wouldn't prevent them from winning the SEC or the ACC.
Can you imagine a 2-loss ACC team getting into the playoff with a 1-loss Big 12 or Big Team 10?
Yeah,
sitting watching.
I'll also say this: Clemson, in my mind, the only ACC team that has a chance to do anything in the college football playoff. So if you're an ACC fan, you better hope Clemson wins, because I do think having Klubnik, having a guy in Dabo who's been there and done it, and you know what? As much as I give him grief because I do think he coaches in a dinosaur way, like the idea that he doesn't want to get in on this transfer portal. He's so resilient to it. I think eventually it's going to catch up to him, but so far he's done a good enough job keeping up with talent that I can't knock him yet. Now, I do think that eventually ends, but right now he's got the best players. He's got the best quarterback. He should win this conference.
The only thing that would derail is, well, I don't see any problems unless Klubnik gets hurt. But other than that, another thread here is, what's Belichick going to do with UNC? Is he going to be able to?
I think it's going to be slow. It's going to be they're 40-1 to win the conference. I think it's going to take some time. He doesn't have the caliber of players that he needs yet. And it's I don't know how well college kids will respond to playing for a guy like Bill Belichick.
All of that is going to play into a very interesting story, because if they do buy in, and he is, by my measure, one of the best coaches ever walked the face of the earth, they might be a team that, while not being exciting, could make a difference.
Yep. In the Big 12, your favorite is, and this is, the Big 12, like I said, this is a complete crapshoot. There's no 500-to-1s in the Big 12 because pretty much anybody could win it. Your favorite is Arizona State at plus 550.
Which, I don't know.
Utah 6-1, Texas Tech 6-1, Baylor 7-1, Iowa State 8-1, TCU 850, Kansas State 950, Kansas 12, BYU 20-1, and then you get to Colorado 28-1, Cincinnati 30, Houston 35, West Virginia, Arizona, Central Florida, and Oklahoma State, all in that 40 to 55-1 range. This is the most wide open conference, at least of the power conferences. Like, if you told me TCU's going to win it, I would say, oh, okay, that's not an unreasonable pick. If you told me freaking Kansas State was going to come back and win, now that they're a game back already, I wouldn't say it's unreasonable. I'm going to go with Utah. I think that if Utah would have had decent quarterback play last year, they would have been in the mix. I trust their coach. I think they've got and they bring in Devin Dampier from New Mexico, who was an elite G5 quarterback. They're going to have the defense. They have arguably the best home field advantage in the Big 12. So I'll go with the Utes. Did you say Utes? I'll go with the Utes to win the Big 12. Where are you going to head?
I like Utah because they're the toughest team in the Big 12. Whittingham will plays closer to SEC and Big 10 football than Big 12 football. He's going to beat you up and beat you close and utilize his home court, his home field altitude, and all that kind of stuff. They win games because of the way Whittingham coaches, and they're as talented as they've been, and they do bring in a quarterback. But I'm going to go with Tech. I'm going to go with
you think
Tech.
They're going to buy it?
I think that there's something cooking there. It's not going to take much, but I do think the transfer portal does matter. And I do think they brought in as good a class as anybody in the country, and they don't have to be that good. So I'm going to give the money a chance, and I'm going to go with Lubbock to finally get themselves a title of some sort in football in the Big 12.
All right, was your official pick for ACC Clemson?
It is Clemson. No
okay.
doubt.
Well, then we are here, Rob. Give me your two teams in the national championship game, and give me your champion.
I'm going to go, and I have to be optimistic about things. I think
you think Texas A&M is
no, that's making the tournament is one thing. I think Texas is going to be playing in the national championship. I think they're going to win some games. They might not win the SEC, but I do think they're going to be playing for a national championship because in those playoff games, if they're allowed to play the speed game that I think they're capable of, I think they beat a lot of football teams just because they're guys. And I think I'm going to put Penn State on the other side. Texas, Penn State. And I'm going to go again. If not now, when Penn State wins the national championship?
Whew. Yeah, that's a bold prediction. They're the second. They're the third favorites. They're 7-1.
I fall back on they're the most complete team playing constant games where they're going to have to prove their mettle, and if they can get themselves in the playoffs, and I have to assume health all the way across the board, I think Penn State's going to do it.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go with an all-SEC championship. I'm going to go Texas and Alabama for the national title, and
as an Aggie, the outcome is just awful on either side.
I don't know. I'm torn. Because I don't know what to think of Arch Manning. I just think there's so much pressure on this kid. But you're right. They've got all the players to get there. I'll take the risk, and I'll go with Texas. I don't feel good about them. But I do think that.
So you have a beating Bama in the championship.
Yeah, after Bama beats them in the SEC championship. They get back and win it back.
Let me tell you, if DeBoers turns out to be the dude they hired.
I think he is.
We're looking at another 15 years of just absolute dominance because if he continues to do this after what Texas has meant, Texas joining the SEC has been this vacuum of talent that used to land at Georgia and Alabama. It's not there anymore. They're having to fight and scrap for all those guys. And if DeBoers can step in and recruit as well as Saban ever did without all the other Sabanness, that's just a frightening proposition for the next 10 years in the SEC because there's no stopping them then.
I think this is the first time I've projected Texas to win a national title since they won one in 2005.
They're so talented,
They
man.
really are.
It's just at some point the Jimmies and Joes, you got too many of them. And that's where Bama was until Georgia picked it up. And now Texas sucking them from both. It will be a remarkable achievement if they do it.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun for the state of Texas if we could get somebody in there. All right. That's our college football hour. Exhausting. Exhaustive. Deep dive into college football. We'll get back to the NFL on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. With Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Luxe Cravings boxes, you can fill up on faves for $5, indulge even more for $7, or try something totally new for $9. Get yours at participating stores. Price and participation may vary. Limited time. Drinks exclude freezes. Tax extra.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
Now we can chill, Mom.
Hungry after the game? Hit up Tamalitos Restaurant, home of San Antonio's best weekly specials and legendary Taco Tuesdays. Fresh, loaded, and just $1. Tamalitos, local flavor, big taste. 2042 South Callahan Road, right across Missions Baseball Stadium.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants, and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit umgc.edu to get started. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. Whether it's a long day on your feet, a demanding workout, or everyday aches and pains, you need relief that can keep up when pain persists. Aleve is here for you with longer-lasting body pain relief compared to leading OTC-branded pain relievers. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with some good news. They just picked up all that road work on 35 northbound Eisenhower to Walsham. So traffic's still a bit slow as it unwinds from right around 410 South Cutoff, but the good news is they have picked up those construction cones. We are getting reports of an accident, Loop 410 northbound Old Pearsall Road. It's in the left lane, just occurred, so just a little bit of stop and go from Freeport. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NFL, roster trimming has begun. The Dallas Cowboys have placed rookie Phil Maffa on the injured reserve list to start the season. The plan is to have him return at some point, according to Jeremy Fowler. In other league news, the NFL has signed a marketing deal with Abercrombie & Fitch. They've worked together since 2022. The two sides look to build on their success through a fashion-first lens. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. On the Morning Huddle, 94.1
San Antonio Sports Star. There we go. A little bit of NFL news and notes. Oh, no.
Today's the day as an NFL player, you do not want your name in the news.
Tommy DeVito.
Oh!
Tommy Cutlets. What a guy. Future quarterback of the San Antonio Brahmas. We can only hope.
Man, there's a spot waiting for you, Tommy. Bring
If
your agent.
not, at least the San Antonio Gunslingers, maybe. The Giants have moved on from
What
Tommy
are they
DeVito.
thinking? What are they thinking?
This is what NFL teams. I feel bad for these guys who are the one quarterback who you know is not going to make the team, yet NFL teams they'll take damn near every snap in the preseason. Tommy DeVito, they were running him into the ground in the preseason. The Shane Buechele, who the Bills released, he was the only quarterback who played in their third preseason game. And you know what? He was fantastic.
Yep, against the JV.
He was better than Mike White.
Which was surprising to me. But Mike White made the team.
But then, it's like they say, okay, we know you're not going to make it. And Snoop Huntley's another one. Take all these reps, and then we're going to get you out of here. You're basically hired so you can take a few reps and keep our guys from getting hurt, and then we're going to shake your hand and tell you to move on. So Tommy Cutlets gone.
Well, he was making about $3,000 a week. So
I
he made a little bit of
know.
money.
I know. Couple other things worth noting: the Texans. Maybe there's at least today that there's conversation. They may be trading Cam Robinson, their left tackle, because a rookie. This Ursery kid has looked so good in camp that the Texans may be starting him.
That's fine.
Week 1.
Unless Cam is just going to bellyache his way out of the locker room, which might be the case. Don't trade him. You're going to need him.
That's my guess, too.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Unless he's going to take the news so bad that he ruins the room.
And if you can't find a way to move him to the right, I don't know. You feel like you could find a guy or find a spot for a guy like that on your offensive line.
The one thing you cannot afford is the loss of any offensive line.
No. The Vikings trying to trade for Adam Thielen.
Welcome home, son.
Adam Thielen wants to go back to Minnesota. The Vikings have yet to meet Carolina's asking price for him.
What would that be? A warm sandwich?
I don't know.
Thielen's like 35 years old, isn't he?
I would have thought that it'd be. I mean, if you get anything for him, you'd be like, all right.
How hard would it to get Thielen from him? Like, how about what is it? The considerations to be named later.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what those would be.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is. Another one that kind of surprised me. And again, this is a preseason monster, so who knows? But the Rams released Brennan Jackson, the outside linebacker. He's a 5th-round pick in 2024. He was second in the league in sacks this preseason. You don't see guys often who are out there actually making impactful plays, and teams are just like, yeah, no thanks.
Like, well, that's like seeing a 2-year-old Porsche at a used car lot. Like, yeah, that looks pretty. What the hell's wrong with it?
I'm not
like,
really sure.
What the hell? What are you talking about? Yeah, why is this car here? Because something bad's happened.
Yeah. Let me see the Carfax.
Yeah. You don't want to see the Carfax.
Amari Cooper goes back to the Raiders on a 1-year deal, according to Adam Schefter. I don't know that he's got much left in the tank. He's not much of a factor anymore, but still a bit of a name. And Kyle Trask, the longtime QB2 for the Bucks, he had a shoulder issue in camp. They're going to release him, and he's going to look for a new team. Theodore Bridgewater, expected to be the backup quarterback there in Tampa. So there you go. That's the list of all the at least all the major. Oh, and there's one other major note in the NFL. Joe Mixon goes on the IR, so he is going to miss at least the first 4 games of the season, and that's problematic. The rest of the Texans' backfield with no Joe Mixon is Nick Chubb, who
could be sitting next to Joe very quickly.
Yeah, and even, quite frankly, if Nick Chubb is fully healthy, I don't know if Nick Chubb can play football anymore. Dameon Pierce, who, remember, he had a really good rookie season, and the Texans hate him for whatever reason. They don't like him. He doesn't really fit the offense now with C.J. Stroud there, but he's still available. And then Dare Agumbawale, and beyond that, it's Woody Marks, British Brooks, and Jawar Jordan.
Well, Dameon Pierce is going to have to tread water. I mean, that's the only answer here. He's going to have to be what he was, or the Texans are doomed. I mean, there is no running game without anything from Dameon Pierce.
Also consider, just because Joe Mixon is going to be sidelined the first 4 games, it doesn't mean he's going to be sidelined only the first 4 games.
But this is a team that they're not built to run the ball. That's not their DNA, but they have to have a threat.
You got to pretend.
You got to have a threat. And Dameon at least is kind of a threat now, but you're going to have 2 threats at some point to be a successful football team. They're going to have to be able to move the ball at least 3.5 yards at attempt. And if they don't, then Stroud's going to be under assault all year long.
And released by, this is always sad, released by the New Orleans Saints, that's if you're hoping you can catch on somewhere else, chances are good. You got released by the Saints, you ain't getting on it anywhere. Cam Akers, once a big-time running back.
Another ruin that Rams system. Whatever it is, those guys do not survive that.
They do not seem to. So lots of news and notes.
It's early yet.
There's still a long way to go. But, a lot of action already. A lot of teams are already down to their numbers. But, the Cowboys are not. I expected more from the Cowboys by now. Like, I expected to have a little bit more news. I guess in typical Jerry fashion, they'll wait till the deadline.
Well, I have a sense that they might be trying to deal with guys that have been released. If we can get this guy, we'll release that guy.
I guess I get that. The La'el Collins, of course, is gone. We knew that yesterday, but no other notable names released by the Cowboys just yet. They did waive some guys. They waived Nick Broker, Denzel Daxon, Josh Kelly, Tyler Neville, Troy Pride, John Stevens Jr., and Christian Matthews, none of whom were expected to make the team. But they haven't made any of the decisions that we figured.
How many tight ends are going to be here?
Right.
Those kind of things. It's going to be interesting to see how it shakes.
The Phil Maffa situation is interesting. But they put him on the IR, which is kind of your way of saying, hey, we're putting you on the shelf in storage. So nobody else can take you away from us.
They can't take you immediately. Now, when you get off that and you're on the practice squad, you can be stolen, but hopefully you're out of sight, out of mind.
Right. But to me, that says maybe they're planning to keep either Miles Sanders or Deuce Vaughn. I can't imagine both.
No, one of them's gone.
I think they have to be.
And if they're following trend, Miles Sanders will be released, because last year we didn't think Vaughn would make the team, but he had a hell of a third playoff or preseason game, and they decided to keep him. And he does play a component in the special teams. He can return kicks, and that might be enough with his low salary to keep him around and let Miles Sanders go find another job.
I mean, the assumption is with Maffa, what this tells me anyway is he is in their plans, just not their immediate plans.
Yeah, I think that when we saw that happened, one of those two, either Vaughn or Sanders, grabbed their playbook knowing full well I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, and so that's one of the decisions that will be made today. Wide receiver is another one of the big decisions for the Cowboys to make today. How many of those guys are going to make it? They count Turpin amongst their wide receivers, so that you've got Lamb, Pickens, and Turpin. Who are the other guys that
Flournoy?
I would assume.
I think he's probably the guy right now.
I guess Jalen Brooks.
He would be right there with Flournoy.
And then I really think Trayshawn Holden is a guy that they like. I don't know if they can find a way to keep him, but I know they'll want to keep him. It's just a matter, and you may have to. And to me personally, if it came down to Trayshawn Holden or Jalen Brooks or Ryan Flournoy, I'd take Trayshawn Holden just because I don't know. I think maybe there's some upside with him. I've seen the best of Jalen Brooks. I've seen the best of Ryan Flournoy. I know exactly what those guys are. Those guys are your sixth wide receiver.
And we are, in fact, debating about the sixth wide receiver.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what we do here on Roster Cut Day.
Yeah, and I think the difference for Flournoy is he has been successful on special teams. And I think when you're talking about the sixth, it's that other thing you can do. And while Jadon Blue, I'm sure, is expected at some point to play on the offense to carry the ball a fair amount, his special teams play was outstanding during the preseason. He made a couple of tackles. So even if he wasn't on the books as the second or third wide running back, I think he'd have made the team anyway.
The Cowboys did announce that Trayvon Diggs passed his physical and is off the PUP list. Could be back at practice as early as this week.
I'm not surprised.
Now, that doesn't mean that he's going to be playing immediately, but it's better news than not.
Well, I think there's so much at play here because not only is it time for him to get off, and he probably should have been practicing if he'd have been doing his rehab the way the Cowboys want, or felt like he should have been doing, but there's also the politics of he is Micah's best friend.
Yeah.
And maybe Micah might ease his thoughts when he sees his best friend now back playing instead of sitting next to him on the training table.
Well, that's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic because, but also Diggs has gotten his money.
Yeah, he has, but I'll never forget. I've never seen anything like it. That first day when Micah showed up and I ain't practicing, and it was he and Diggs taking questions. And Diggs was answering questions for Micah, speaking for him as they were standing together over on the side at training camp. So I do think there's a dynamic at play with these two that when they were both sitting and watching, maybe if Micah now has to watch his guy, his best friend, go start playing and doing some stuff, that now it gets real. But
yeah.
That's just a peripheral part of signing or getting Diggs back in because the Cowboys have to have him healthy and playing if they have any aspirations of success at all.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what these teams, what the Cowboys specifically, but what all these teams do on the last day is 3:00, I believe, is the deadline to get these things done. And we'll know everything by then. All right, let's take a break. We will be right back. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I want you to take a real quick look at the water in your glass. Just take a look at it. Does it look crystal clear? Does it taste the way it looks? Is it as you expected? See, if it had come out of a Connecticut faucet, it'd be exactly what you expected. Pure South Texas water with everything you want and nothing you don't. I'm not talking about that sediment that you see at the bottom of the dishes, or maybe you ever look at your ice cubes out of your refrigerator and they look all cloudy. That's not just the freezing process. That's kind of the water. Or do you see that limestone residue in different places around your house wherever water was? If you're seeing it, that means that stuff's also in your pipes. And Connecticut would have taken care of that long before you saw the water. I've had Connecticut's as long as I can remember. I'm 3 houses in now, and I grew up with a Connecticut. If you don't got it, it's hard to know what I'm talking about. It's the very best you can get. And right now, there's no easier way to get the very best than calling Connecticut at 656 Pure. See, if you do that right now and you're already plumbed for a water treatment system, they're going to come out and put their very best in your home free of charge for 90 days so you can find out what I'm talking about. And when you decide to buy, and you will, with approved credit, you got 12 months, no money down, no zero financing, you got money in your old water softener, and then you get the peace of mind of getting the very best. You'll have a water softener that only works when you do. You don't even plug this thing in. It works on kinetic energy. I know, it's science. I don't understand it. But one final thing you do need to know, those reverse osmosis drinking station, which is the state-of-the-art technology going right now. I had to pay for one of those on my sink. You'll get it free. Call 656 Pure. Get those good folks at Connecticut out to your home and get the very best. And when you do, come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country. Presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Charm Club, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, The party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hungry after the game? Hit up Tamalitos Restaurant, home of San Antonio's best weekly specials and legendary Taco Tuesdays. Fresh, loaded, and just $1. Tamalitos, local flavor, big taste. 2042 South Callahan Road, right across Missions Baseball Stadium.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
The long weekend sale is on at Target with exciting deals you won't want to miss. Stock up on grilling must-haves for a few more sunny barbecues. And while you're at it, ease into sweater weather with fresh new fits for the fam. Whether you're hosting, relaxing, or showing off your new style, Target has your deal in-store, online, and in the Target app. Hurry and save more with the long weekend sale happening now through Monday. Only at Target.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Y'all done up and done it. Y'all done up and done it. Y'all done up and done it. Good morning, everybody. Big news. Big news.
What's that?
I didn't even know this, by the way. I didn't know that. Did you know Caitlin didn't already have a signature shoe?
Yeah, I knew that.
Why not?
She didn't have one?
No, she didn't have one.
That's
I think
shocking.
she was
to me.
holding out for more money. Certainly, she had opportunities, but the INSQ is such a well-made shoe. It's crossed over. There's lots
Dudes
of NBA,
wear it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my kids have them. A lot of NBA dudes wear it. It's a good-looking shoe.
She is now a Nike signature athlete.
Shocking.
Which means
She didn't go with New Balance?
no.
Well,
no.
That's the hot brand now.
Yeah.
But she doesn't fit the New Balance.
She has a new signature logo, a collection of sportswear and apparel, and eventually a signature sneaker. And Caitlin says she's excited to share a first look at what we started to create together. Her logo is interlocking C's and a smaller hidden C. Oh, very fancy. Once you add in the, like, 2 C's is one thing, but when you add in the hidden C, yes.
Oh, I see.
Look at that.
Right
yes.
there.
Oh, there's a C. Oh, it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. It's a C and then a C, but also there's a hidden C in the middle.
They
yes.
look like Kobe's.
It represents her magnetic connection with fans around the globe who are drawn to her unwavering confidence, steadfast commitment, remarkable shooting ability, and how Caitlin's game was built from the inside out, a product of her passion for the sport, relentless drive, constant pursuit of perfection, and inability to stay on the court because she can't stay healthy. Oh, it doesn't. That last part they left out accidentally.
They don't publicize that half.
To me, this is more than just a logo. It's a dream come true. People always talk about leaving your mark on the game, and this is another way I can do that. Ah. Are your kids going to get Caitlin Clark gear, you think?
If they look good, yeah.
Well, you have the colorway's good.
Yeah, I hope it's not all yellow and black.
Yeah, no, they would have to have
They'll have
good
yeah, they'll have the game edition, they'll have the team edition, and then they'll have the ones you can buy.
Yeah, I was surprised that that she didn't already have this.
Well, obviously it was because she chose not to.
But yeah, clearly. I would have figured that would have been the
I'll wear a
first thing.
T-shirt. I'll wear this one.
You'll wear it?
Yeah.
That black and yellow one?
This one.
I don't think it's a bad logo. It looked good on them. Good on
It's
gear.
one of those, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like, what's that on your shirt?
I would wear that
if
if my name was Carl.
Oh,
But that's the only way. Because Carl with a C, not a K.
Carl Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if my name was Carl.
Charles Carl Cooper.
Yes.
You'd have the hidden C to play off.
That's right. That's right. Chucky Chang.
Yeah.
Chinston.
Well, for them to sell some shoes, she's going to have to play.
Yeah. Yep. 13 games this season. They've only played 37 games, so she's only missed 24 of them. So she's, no big deal. So she'll probably finish like second or third in MVP voting.
To be honest with you, I'm a little surprised that it's not the Jordan brand. But the Jordan brand, they've stocked pretty solid.
Yeah.
She's going to have her own kind of, she's going to have the Kobe idea. But
Do they have gals wearing Jordan brand?
Oh, yeah. Nafisa Collier,
Okay.
Kiki Rice, I think, wears Jordan brand as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a white player who was a Jordan signature athlete, though?
I'm sure.
I don't know.
I don't know. I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah, nothing comes to the top of my head.
Not off the top of my head.
See? Oh, that's interesting observation. Yeah, I wonder if there has been one.
I don't think having what is Luka?
I don't think so.
No, Luka does wear Jordans.
Okay.
Luka is.
Yeah, he has a signature.
Yeah, he has a Luka shoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he doesn't count. He's a Euro.
That's the only way we're going to get white folks in the league.
That's probably true.
They're going to have to come Slovenia or Spain.
Please. What about John Koncak?
Oh, that's right. The legend changed the game. Stiff.
He whooped your ass.
I got a bone from him. He took me out.
He whooped Rob's ass. Gave him a
Gave me
bloody
stitches.
eye.
Is that going to be the shoe? with the reverse?
Oh, I hope not.
No, that's a Travis Scott.
Okay.
Mock-up. Yeah, a concept. There we go.
Oh, I hope that's not it.
Yeah, I like these though. These right there. Those look pretty good.
Those.
You can't play basketball in those.
Yeah, kind of like a pink and shiny blue, I guess.
They can't make her shoes pink.
No, not pink, like a red, right?
Everybody will
is
be
that
like-
like a pinkish red?
I don't know.
Well, she's already wearing those.
That's what she wears now?
Yeah.
In games?
Yeah.
Oh, my. No wonder she got hurt. Those look like wooden
Well,
clogs.
Keep in mind, Kobe wore those and he blew a Achilles.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
he
just
did.
saying.
That's why they made those ankle.
Those
up,
wrestling boots that
yeah.
he wore for a year.
Oh, boy. You guys,
I still say those Kobe Protros are about as pretty a shoe ever made.
Yeah, I think so
They're
too.
beautiful shoes.
So give them enough dollars. They're like, yeah, it's worth an Achilles. No big deal. I'll do it for one Achilles. Big deal. I got another one.
That's a good-looking shoe right there.
That yellow one?
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah.
a well-made. That's a good shoe.
Yeah,
That's one of the
the
best hoop shoes ever made.
Those are they were player exclusive.
Yeah.
At one point, I think.
I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine wearing those. You're not supposed to wear those, Rob.
That's a hell of a basketball shoe.
Yellow shoes are only for brothers anyway.
I'm not talking about the color. I'm just talking about the shoe.
Okay.
But
it's hard for me to get past that color.
Well, unfortunately, there are teams that wear yellow and black, which I think is an immediate kind of downgrade anyway. Look at any team that wears yellow pants. Any team that wears yellow pants, I don't like.
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
It's too bright.
I don't like.
I like the Grinches though. The Grinches were good.
Yeah, I can't get past the color. That's a non-starter right there. Color matters too much to me with shoes.
There was a time where you had to coordinate with your uniform. You couldn't
I
wear
remember that. Yeah,
which I'm kind of down.
My son's football team. You have to have your cleat options are limited.
Yeah,
but you don't get to show your personal style.
No.
Your own personal idiom.
Nope. You can have purple, gold, white, or black. That's it. That's it.
I appreciate
or a collab
that.
of all.
Unless you're really, really
you can
good.
have one as a secondary color too, but the main color has to be one of those.
Yeah, if you're really good and you show up in funny colored cleats, get on out there, son. We'll talk about it afterwards.
I don't know. Apparently, a kid on my son's team, the big fat kid, and he was tired of running, so he threw his helmet off and said he wasn't going to run anymore.
Oh God, what?
It didn't go well.
That's a hard lesson learned. Oh, you're not going to go anymore, are you?
It didn't go well. And yesterday, my son got paired up with a kid who he's like, I don't even want to play football. My parents are making me do this, and
don't hit me too hard.
Yeah,
really?
He got his ass whooped. Apparently, it was tough day for that kid too. And he was late to practice, and everybody else had to run and crab walk until he got on the field, and he didn't make many friends yesterday. Yeah. So hard times up there at
hey, life
at
of
middle
an 8th
school.
grade football program right there.
Oh yes,
my mom and dad are making me do this.
Yeah.
Mom and dad are forcing me. I hate football. I don't want to play.
I want to play in the games.
Well, yeah, I don't want to go to practice.
I just don't want to practice. And let me tell you, your parents forcing you to play, and they're having to get up at 5 a.m. to get you to practice. You're kind of forcing them. Trust me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Kind of, yeah.
That's where my wife is. Rin says personal style. There's no I in team. That's right. You show up in team gear only. That's the way it should be.
There is a me.
Well, sure. Technically. All right. When I want to get into a couple college football things. I guess two of them are related. One is unrelated. So I'll get to the one that's unrelated right now, and then the other two we'll put into to next segment. But we were talking about the national champions, like who we thought was going to win the national championship. What we didn't really talk about was the Heisman odds.
Well, let me tell you, it's one and the crowd.
It's actually not.
Well, it is.
There
as far as name recognition and opportunity, it is Arch and everybody else.
There are three guys under 10-1. Arch is 7-1. He is the favorite. The other two guys are 9-1, and they go head-to-head on Saturday night. Cade Klubnik and Garrett Nussmeier.
One will discount the other.
Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State.
Best player.
You say, I mean, you think that. I think he's pretty damn good. It's been a long time since a receiver won it, but he's going to be in that conversation. And then Drew Aller if Penn State goes and wins the Big Ten.
Yeah, all of those I think are viable, but nobody has more opportunity to secure the Heisman on national TV than Arch Manning. He's going to have at least 4 opportunities this year to shine against the very best and be the keynote game of the year. He just got to be who he's supposed to be. Aller has to change history. Sims has to catch it from a freshman. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there, but it's Arch, and if he just performs just up to expectations, which are ridiculous, but they just are just the expectations, it better be the Heisman.
I think Lenora Sellers from South Carolina, DJ Lagway from Florida are both guys who are going to put up – they're going to carry their team in a way that's going to make people want them to get the Heisman. I just don't think they'll have enough team success to get them.
Lose. Exactly.
I do think, though, that Ty Simpson, the Alabama quarterback, is going to be worth noting because, again, I'm higher on Alabama than the rest of the world is.
But I think Ty Simpson will be a Heisman candidate in the top 3 next year. You know what I mean? He's setting the table for what will be.
Yeah, it would be tough to it's a tough wager to make right now.
Don't forget about Raiola at Nebraska.
Oh,
he's got some. I'm telling you, he's got some swag to him. And
they
Matt
might
Rule,
win 6 games.
Matt Rule will let him be hyper successful.
70-1 if you want him.
See, I'm surprised he's even on the list. But of all the quarterbacks out there that got a little bit of drip to him in a place where they could actually make a real difference, Raiola's right up there at the top.
Yeah, 70-1. If you are into whoever the guy was earlier that was into Nico Iamaleava, 90-1.
Hey, he's on the list.
You can get it. 90-1. Kevin Concepcion at Texas A&M, 300-1. Same as Connor Wegman at Houston.
Where's our transfer?
There he is, Marcel Reed, 50-1.
Hey, he's even better than the others.
Better than some. He's like in the top 20.
The reason he gets that is, again, he gets opportunity on national TV, and that's the key. You have to perform on national TV, or you have to have legendary stats that people have to go out of their way to go find you, like the Ashton Genty syndrome last year. I got to see him play and I'll actively go find him. That helps. But you've got to be front and center several times to win this thing.
All right, I want to talk about some money in college football on the other side. We'll do that next. First, I'm going to tell you about Karbach. That's right. At 9 o'clock, Eric Warner is going to join us on the program, talk some beer. But Karbach's got something for everybody in their lineup. And right now, the Karbachtoberfest is my go-to. That's the one I'm looking for right now. Anytime I get to the grocery store, I'm picking up some Karbachtoberfest. It's that time of the year. Football time means Oktoberfest, and that's the beer that is right for you right now. They also have the pumpkin and lager, if you're into that sort of thing. Mother and lager, they're an old recipe of theirs, an original Karbach recipe, loaded up with pumpkin. And those are just the seasonals. If you want the mainstays, they've got those all over the town as well. Obviously, Love Street is their best seller. That's their Cold-Style Blonde. You can find it everywhere. Hopadillo's their flagship IPA, very punch you in the mouth. Hop Forward IPA, West Coast IPA, and then Crawford Bock, which I think is one of their best daily drinkers, just a very smooth year-round beer. Something for everybody in their lineup, and like I said, all over the city. Of course, it's in the grocery stores and the liquor stores, but it's going to be in a bunch of bars and restaurants too, maybe even some you wouldn't expect it to be. Most bars in town have at least one Karbach on tap. If not, they're going to have it in cans for you. So whenever you're out and about, you're watching football, it is football season, go ahead and ask the bartender to please make it a Karbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with some good news. They just picked up all that road work on 35 northbound Eisenhower to Walsham. So traffic's still a bit slow as it unwinds from right around 410 South Cutoff, but the good news is they have picked up those construction cones. We are getting reports of an accident, Loop 410 northbound Old Pearsall Road. It's in the left lane, just occurred, so just a little bit of stop and go from Freeport. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
Now that Taco Bell's new marinated grilled steak burritos and Chipotle Ranch or Cheesy Melt are just $3, it's steak night every night of the week. Choose yours today at participating stores for a limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Tax extra.
At Frost, we believe in going the extra mile, like opening more locations to be a part of more communities. Overdraft grace, which means no fee if you overdraw your Frost Personal or Frost Plus account by $100 or less. And the little things like cookies, coffee, Or that time when there was a fire at a Fort Worth daycare and Frost Bankers entertained 26 kids with snacks and games until their parents could pick them up. That actually happened. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
Got wrecked? Got a pain in your neck? Thomas J. Henry is your next call. Thomas J. Henry has put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just 4 years. And we can help you too. Just look at our over 14,000 5-star reviews. The numbers and our clients speak for themselves. So if you've been in a car accident, visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office in San Antonio.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star. Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Does RexMD really work?
Over 85% of guys said not only does it work, they saw results the very first night. And you can get your first month free at freerexmd.com with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit freerexmd.com to get your first month free. That's FREEREXMD.com.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Peter. He loves his motorcycle. What he doesn't love is wind. Which is ironic, because wind is a big part of the whole wind-in-your-face motorcycle cliche. But nobody ever tells you how relentless a strong crosswind is, or the cliche wouldn't exist. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back. Get a quote to see if you can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Fabric Talk. Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Febreze Fabric Spray? Oh, and a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman. Ah, yes, refreshing. Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle. Yeah, I'm sitting here alone. Give me a chance to catch you
happened?
up. I don't know. It just ran out of here.
Okay.
We had tacos earlier.
Uh-oh.
But I'm not going to blame those. Well, we get a chance. If you haven't signed up for a golf tournament, you better jump in line and get it done. We're down to about 50 spots. Get yourself signed up. Go to sasportstar.com. It is everything that you dreamed a golf tournament could be, and then some. We're going to be out at Olympia Hills. For those who have participated in the past, yes, it's all the same. We're going to do all the fun stuff, plus much more to get yourself going. You got to go to sasportstar.com. If you're alone, 120, you got to foursome is 400. We'll find you an applicable spot if you're on your own. Don't worry about that. But get your boss. Take the day off. We're doing it on the 29th of next month. Olympia Hills will be our locale. And I warn you yet again, we always sell out, and I hate it when people start calling me and bitching about, hey, can you find room? No. We only have 144 spots. That's it.
It is what it is.
We can't add another hole. So get yourself signed up. It's going to be a blast. It'll be that Monday, and plan appropriately. Post-party will be had, and fun will be had by all.
The Alamex hit me.
I figured. We figured.
It's hitting me too.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Wow.
One of those things. All right. There's one of the big conversations of the offseason has been betting for college football players. And the NCAA and Venmo announced a partnership early this morning that will combat abuse and harassment of college athletes.
I thought they were going to add a new icon that represented that's my gambling wins or losses. So like there'd be a pizza, a house, and then it'd be like a poker chip.
So
like
what's happened is people would say they'd lose their bets, and then people would say, "Hey, I'm requesting $200 from you. I lost this bet because you stunk."
And then you're like, "Wait a minute, that had nothing to do with gambling.
Yeah.
You just said that."
Or they'll reach out looking for inside information through Venmo. So the partnership features a dedicated hotline for athletes to report abuse and harassment, education on account security, and increased monitoring. And they'll monitor social media trends and events during games, such as last-second missed field goals that have triggered surges in unwanted interactions. Now, I do think that the next step in this is going to be, hey, let's keep an eye on these athlete accounts also to make sure that.
I have a sense that that's already being done in a shadow way.
Maybe so.
Just for the peace of mind of the books. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. But there are people who are also apparently saying, "Hey, can you let me know if you're going to play or not? If you let me know, I'll throw you some coin." And that's obviously insider information. They don't want that. That's problematic.
Let me tell you, when we start talking about this kind of stuff, it's like I'm turning the light on in a basement, and there's things going on down there. I don't want to know.
Cockroaches.
There's just cockroaches running over. Because the more you start talking about stuff, the more you realize how intermingled and how easily it is to either be confused for doing something illegal or actually doing it that can be lost in these little things. Like, you don't even think about, hey, tell me if you're not going to play, and there's some money there for you. You don't even consider that. That's not gambling, but it is. And that's just that gray area that is happening. I just feel like whenever we start talking about it, I'm pulling the carpet back and I'm looking at stuff I don't want to see.
I will say, I'm not especially now that they're making money, I'm not one of these, you can protect the players at all costs. We got to treat them like kids still. No. As soon as you start making more money than me, I'm not going to treat you like a kid anymore. These guys, I ain't treating them like kids. But one of the things I don't like is I don't like people talking to the athletes on social media after, dude, this guy blew the game. You think he wants to hear from Bob in Maryland about it? He ain't trying to hear it. Leave guys alone on social media. That's the worst. The worst part of social media is everybody feels like they get to talk to famous people now, and they can talk to them however they want. And it's just, dude, it's the guy's already having a bad day. He doesn't need to hear from you about the $40 you lost. All right.
Sometimes they deserve it.
Plenty of times they deserve it, but just try and bite your tongue. I'm a big believer in don't at the athlete. You want to bitch about an athlete on Twitter? By all means. Just don't search his at and go, don't tag him. Nobody needs that. If I'm going to badmouth Lady Basketball, you think I'm going to at Caitlin Clark? I don't need to do that. If she wants to search her own name, that's on her. And some people in my past have. Kyler Murray, Alex Bregman, Deshaun Watson. That's on them. They want to do that. If you search your own name, you get what you get. But don't tag the athletes in these complaint posts.
Well, you can't. They also use that as a pulpit for their own thoughts. It's.
But you have the right to follow or not.
I don't know. This is a world that I have never participated in actively. It was pretty tough.
Twitter?
I'm just saying that I'm sure it's worse now than it was. But it was even bad when there wasn't social media. I mean, there were still crank calls, and there were still, you're walking across campus, and there was all that too. And now you got to combine that. You don't even get to walk campus. But, I mean, it's always been bad when you lose. It sucks.
It's never fun.
Well, when you get called out on campus and all this stuff, that's one thing. Now you can't even open on your socials. Yeah, I can't even imagine even having a social media account. I wouldn't have one.
Elsewhere in the world of college athletes and money, Bryce Underwood true freshman Bryce Underwood is the starter at Michigan, and they've announced that he will be starting this year. It appears he is set up to start for the foreseeable future for the University of Michigan. Is this unprecedented, signing Bryce Underwood to a multi-year contract, essentially?
Yes. At least publicly, at least the ones that we've known about over the last 4 or 5 years.
He signed a 4-year NIL deal with Michigan that's worth $12.5 million with additional performance-based incentives, and he is the highest-paid true freshman in history. This is surprising to me that this deal is again, it's not unusual for them to say, okay, Bryce Underwood's going to make $12.5 million this year. That's one thing. But if you say this is year one of a 4-year contract he signed, that's a little unique, I would say.
Well, it seems to be, at least by the wording, a way to circumvent and protect Michigan from the transfer portal. Yes. You're going to sign this contract. It's going to be for 4 years, which probably says you can only exclusively play for Michigan. And it's at Michigan. It's at the behest of the contractor, whoever that is, the collective, the Michigan Champions Circle is the NIL collective that's paying him this.
Larry Ellison is actually the guy, the billionaire tech dude is the one.
This wealthy group that is paying these big-time players that will keep him at Michigan. Or you might be able – you can't leave. If you do leave, we're going to obligate you to this contract, which you will not be able to get any money unless you go to Michigan. And they probably built in a non-compete that says you can't go anywhere. Now, they might have to pay him. No matter what, but that'll preclude him from leaving, which might be the end result. The goal of this 4-year deal is the money's not that big. Heck,
no, $12.5 million over 4 years.
Arch is making more money than that, but it's the locked-in part of this that I found very interesting. It's not a series of 1-year deals. This is a 4-year deal. You ain't going nowhere, and if you do try to go nowhere, we'll do everything we can legally to protect our name by not letting you play anywhere else. So that might be the answer to the transfer portal, is these long-term NIL deals.
And this money is what flipped his commitment. He was an LSU commit, and even though he played like 10 miles from Ann Arbor, Michigan, he was going to LSU. They were offering $1.5 million a year is the alleged numbers that they were offering. And now, again, $12.5 million over 4 years. That's going to be, some math here. That's more than double what he was being offered from LSU. So he decides to change things up. But around the time we find out about this deal, it's also, and maybe it's not unusual that it's also announced that he will be the starting quarterback for Game 1.
I think that went without saying. I think that was the first thing promised before they even wrote the check.
Well, probably so, but. Of course, Michigan is they got hit with about $20 million in fines in the offseason. So between $20 million in fines, $12.5 million for a quarterback.
That's changing the cushions, man.
And remember, Sharon Moore is going to be suspended for 2 games, but it won't be until week 3. So conveniently, right after the Michigan starts with New Mexico, then they play at Oklahoma, and then right after that, Sharon Moore is going to be right when Central Michigan comes to town.
Arrives, they're going to go without their.
He's suspended, although he is going to miss the Nebraska game as well. But if you got to miss 2 games, he figured, well, I guess I'll miss those 2.
The legend of Underwood is pretty strong. I mean, he's a 3-time state champion. I mean, and a legitimate. Great quarterback right under the noses in Michigan, and he was going to leave.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what life would have been in Ann Arbor if they hadn't landed this kid? There was a lot of pressure, and it took that money to get him back after Harbaugh left.
Yep. So a true freshman starting at Michigan. I can't think of another time that this might have happened.
I don't remember a freshman starting at Michigan ever.
At least not starting week 1 of the season as a true freshman. That's a big deal. But Yeah, so Bryce Underwood is going to get his opportunity against New Mexico on Saturday, and then he's going to head over to Oklahoma and see what he can do with those guys. And he'll do it with a bunch of money in his pocket. He'll be able to buy burgers for the boys on the way there, I guess.
I saw a breakdown of what players, the average good player at a Big Ten SEC Power 5 school, and when you see it, it is astounding. When you consider these are 19-year-old kids that were playing, in your backyard 2 years ago, are suddenly making $900,000 a year in college.
Yeah,
it's always been going on. Players have always made money, but now it for a guy who's all in, I think that they deserve every penny they're getting because there's that much and there's more money that these universities are generating on their backs. But it's still an outlandish thing to think about.
One other note, this is crazy. Rashul Faison, who is a transfer running back into South Carolina. He was second-team All-Mountain West last year at Utah State, but he had to wait until just this week to get cleared to play. What is unique about Rashul Faison is that he is 25 years old, and this is going to be he will be a seventh-year senior. I don't understand. Like, what?
7 years.
7 years.
Well, why leave now? You get paid. Billy Calzada, the A&M quarterback, just named starter at Kentucky. This is his 7th year.
Why? What are we doing now?
Well, what's the cap? There's got to be a.
Why?
Can you do an 8th year? A 14th year?
Well, no, well,
are you going to be?
No, I'm talking about. He's talking about age, and I mean, 7's got to be the limit. I can't imagine being injured 3 times to the point where you're still playing. At some point, you're not capable. But who are we to say that you can't still play and you've been hurt and you're 29? What's up? What do we care?
Well, he spent 2 years at Snow College in Utah in 21 and 22, and he took online courses at Lackawanna College in Pennsylvania in 2020. Lackawanna. That's right.
Again, what do we care?
Okay, if you played at Lackawanna, that's one of your years of eligibility, Bubba.
Okay.
How many years are you going to let? I mean, sorry, dude. If
he's the best guy there and he's still got eligibility,
but should he still have eligibility?
In my experience, it's not that easy to get.
He played a year at Snow College.
Snow College.
A made-up place.
Hey, again, what do we care? If you can find a 27-year-old running back that you can still do that, why not?
I thought we were done with COVID years and all that. This is crazy. 7th year.
If you've got this kind of money, you better invest in guys you think are going to win.
Man. All right. We got 1 hour to go. We'll talk to Eric Warner on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA. It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is officially cut-down day in the NFL. Who's staying, who's going?
We will react to all the moves, although I wouldn't say it's the final rosters for either the Cowboys or the Texans. Plus, UTSA Athletic Director Lisa Campos joins us at 2:35.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why their recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or 2 half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with some good news. They just picked up all that road work on 35 northbound, Eisenhower to Walsham. So traffic's still a bit slow as it unwinds from right around 410 South Cutoff. But the good news is they have picked up those construction cones. We are getting reports of an accident, Loop 410 northbound, Old Pearsall Road. It's in the left lane, just occurred, so just a little bit of stop and go from Freeport. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NFL, roster trimming has begun. The Dallas Cowboys have placed rookie Phil Maffa on the injured reserve list to start the season. The plan is to have him return at some point, according to Jeremy Fowler. In other league news, the NFL has signed a marketing deal with Abercrombie & Fitch. They've worked together since 2022. The two sides look to build on their success through a fashion-first lens. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This SportsCenter update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in, everybody. Vic, we got our guy. We are ready to go. Let's go to the Buyers Barricade guest line where we bring in the Brewmaster Emeritus from Carbach Brewing. That sounds so good. What a good nickname.
I'd like to be emeritus.
I know. I wish. I want to be the radio guy emeritus where I can just say, I work here, but I don't have to show up at work. That'd be so great. But Eric Warner joins us on the program. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, boys. Good morning. Toil on. Toil on.
How's life up in the mountains, boss?
It's pretty nice. I don't want to rub it in everybody's face there, but yeah, it's like probably 53 out right now. Maybe gonna get up into the low 70s. Fall is definitely happening here in Colorado.
I'll tell you what,
it started.
Sit out on a patio someplace and have one of those Boktoberfests with a crisp breeze.
Oh, I bet if you went outside,
almost there.
Like if your wife said, "Hey, honey, can you go outside and do this little task?" and it took you 15 minutes, I bet when you came back in, you wouldn't even be sweaty, would you?
No, not at all.
Oh, man, how cool is that?
Yeah, I get sweaty just going to the car.
Well, that's true. That's your own fault, though, Vic. You shouldn't have eaten that second tortilla.
You know what
today.
you do when life exceeds your wildest dreams? Keep it to yourself.
Eric Warner, the brewmaster at Carbach, joined us. Eric, we got a chance to try the pumpkin and lager and the Carbachtoberfest. Have they sent some up to you yet?
Oh yeah, I got some of that before you guys a couple weeks before, and they're both really spot on this year. Great kind of fall beers. The Carbachtoberfest. You guys tried them. What did you think?
Yeah,
I tell Rob that's probably my favorite seasonal that you guys put out. I just love a good Oktoberfest beer.
What makes it an Oktoberfest beer? What is significant about the German Brewing Festival and all that makes it a Boktoberfest beer?
Yeah, so there's a couple things going on there. So the Carbachtoberfest actually started off, the Oktoberfest in Munich started off as it was a wedding reception in 1810 for some nobility, some German nobility, and then it just sort of, morphed into what's now arguably the largest beer party in the world. It goes on for 16 days. In Germany. And the interesting side note to that is the only breweries that are allowed to serve their beer there are breweries that are, within the city limits of Munich. So, and these are larger breweries and they need to be, because I think they go through something like 7 million liters of beer in the 16-day span. Yeah, it's pretty insane. The last time I was there was a couple of years ago, and we were talking to one of the servers there, and they make such good money at this thing that they can basically do that and then just
take the rest of the year off.
Yeah, I mean most of them don't, but it's incredible.
Well, to carry those glasses, I mean that's a skill.
What's the? I know you've been a few times. You went to school. Eric, for those who don't know, is classically trained in Germany. in both classical music and brewing, both things.
Same time.
Or at least
classical music. Where'd you get that?
At the same time.
I just made that up. I was trying to make you sound good.
Play the Glockenspiel.
Good one.
Yeah.
German. I classic German. I studied the German language.
Okay. Well, look, so I was German, classical music, and brewing. At least two of the three. What's the attendance like for these things? And how many people would you guess are going through on any given day of those 16 days?
Yeah, probably in the hundreds of thousands on the busy days. They have a big kickoff thing on the opening Saturday, and the mayor, taps the first keg, and they've got politicians there and all that kind of poobah stuff. But yeah, so word to the wise, if any of you are trying to go, this year in the future, the best thing to do is go during the week or when the weather's a little off, if it's a little rainy or something. I mean, most of these events are happening, you're inside these giant beer tents that are literally the size of a football field plus. And so, you're not going to get wet or anything. But, yeah, the weekends are super busy.
So, in general, the Oktoberfest style, a little bit darker than your typical, see-through German beer is in ABV-wise. How's it hold up compared to, like, a regular lager?
Yeah, so that's a great point just on what makes an Oktoberfest an Oktoberfest. And, again, that's a little tricky, but the Märzen style, we make ours. It's called a Märzen style, and that style of beer was brewed a little stronger. In März is the German word for March, so it's brewed in the late spring and stored in subterranean caves where it would age all summer. And alcohol is kind of a natural preservative of beer, so these brews were kind of the last beers to be drunk during the summer, because they couldn't brew during the summer because it would get too warm and the beer would funk. So the brewing year would actually stop in the spring, and then, end of September it would commence again. But the modern beer you get at the Oktoberfest is a little different. It's a little stronger. It's going to be 6.5 to 7%, and it's going to be like a deep golden color. So the Märzen style, ours, that has this little amber hue to it, that's more of like a Bavarian country traditional Märzen. But over time, these Oktoberfest beers in Munich, they morphed into something a little lighter in color, definitely a bit stronger in alcohol.
All right, you guys are doing your own take on this thing at the brewery coming up this weekend. The Biergarten Bash. It looks like there will be plenty to do, including a hot dog eating contest. Is that traditional German behavior, having a hot dog eating contest?
I think like we do in America, we take great ideas and make them different. Sometimes
okay,
I
all right.
don't know. You insert your adjective wherever you want, but sausage is obviously a huge part of German beer culture. But no, this event is really just kind of a warm up for our big Carb Oktoberfest weekends, which happen later in September, and we can talk more about that the next time we're on. But we got a lot of fun stuff happening at the brewery the next few weekends. If you're gonna be over in Houston, or anybody streaming from Houston, I know you guys have a lot of fans all over the place.
Well, the Carb Oktoberfest this year, a 3-week event starting mid-September, ending in October. I always recommend getting out there for it. Always a good time. What's brewing with you guys? What's next in the hoppers?
So, I teased it a little bit last time, and we can definitely talk more about it next time. But we've got the Yuletide Confessions coming up. That's going to be our holiday fun series beer. Winter, Christmas, Thanksgiving kind of holiday beer. So that, and then of course, the pumpkin lager is out. That is a great. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm not the biggest pumpkin beer guy, but ours, is muted, and I think that's why I like it. It's not like slap you over the head with all kinds of spices or pumpkin flavor. So it's really well balanced, and I think that's a really nice beer to be drinking as the weather starts to cool down and the football starts finally. Yay!
Well, that was bringing me to my next point. The Denver Broncos, your team, over under 9.5 wins. Where are we going for the Denver Broncos this year?
I'll hammer that over. I know you think I'm a homer there, but I think they'll probably split the division. The thing is, of course, I read a write-up today. I actually have a double or nothing bet that I'm on the right side of with a buddy that he foolishly took the Chiefs to win less than 4 games in the division last year. So I'm giving him a chance back in. And I said the Broncos are going to win that division. And I know. I'm starting to feel bad about that. I'm not worried about I actually think the Chargers are going to come in last place. I think Pete Carroll's going to surprise some people, and I think the Raiders are going to be threatening for a spot. But yeah, KC apparently that left tackle they have, Simmons, is just everything they expected and more. And Andy Reid once again has figured it out, man.
Well, as always, the one thing we can be united on is both of us always hoping that Patrick Mahomes' head falls off magically and the world opens up to everyone else. That is Eric Warner. He is the brewmaster at Karbach. Go to karbachbrewing.com to get all the latest going-ons over there at Karbach. Well, I haven't gotten an invite to your pool yet, Eric. What are we waiting on?
You should have gotten that.
About to say, they've already been out.
Give it to Rob and Vic, too. Yeah. I sent that. You still got that same Gmail, right?
Okay, yeah. I gotta look and make sure I can find it here. All right. Okay, well, I'm in again. Eric, appreciate the time, man. We'll talk to you next month, and keep brewing that good stuff for us, boss.
Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it.
Take care,
all right,
brother.
that is Eric Warner. He and all guests join us via the Buyers Barricades guest lines.
We didn't talk enough about the pumpkin and lager. He was right. I had another one. I've finished mine.
Oh yeah,
it is a very drinkable beer.
Oh yeah, man.
I guess it's all spice. No.
I'm telling you,
if I didn't tell you that it was pumpkin, you'd go, "This is rich," but I don't know what it is. It's not like you're drinking a pumpkin latte. It's not like that at all. It's got a rounded, rich flavor. It's not bad.
It's a good beer,
not
man.
bad. It's not the best way to put it. It is a drinkable beer.
It is a good beer. It's and it's like 6% ABV. It's smooth. It's not bad, man. I'm telling you. Like, people get scared off by anything pumpkin.
I'm telling you, that's the scary thing. And if you just poured it and drank it, you go, "There's something different about this beer. I don't know what it is. It could be pumpkin, but it doesn't have to be. It's a drinkable beer."
Well, they did a story in the San Antonio Express News. Look at that. Texas's Karbach tapping into fall with limited seasonal pumpkin and lager beer. So they did a story in the Express News about pumpkin and lager. It's become very famous.
It's bougie. That's what we do, bougie stuff.
Pumpkin beer, you've become the most famous of all gourd-related beers.
But I do agree that sometimes to drink one of those beers, somebody has to buy it for you because you'd never buy it for yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Somebody has to go, like me, I'll just
drink this and trust me.
I'll try anything.
Because I don't think I'd ever order a pumpkin beer anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But once you try one, you go, you know what? If you hadn't told me it was pumpkin, I probably wouldn't have known.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Working trouble spots. 37 northbound just past Brooklyn Avenue downtown. This accident taking up 2 right lanes. That's a 15-minute delay, slow from New Braunfels. On Loop 410 northbound at WWY, this wreck in the left lane. Now, this one's causing a 40-minute delay. We've got the left lane blocked, both shoulders also closed. Traffic slow from Rigsby. 35 southbound Olympia Parkway, that's a stall left shoulder. And 90 westbound, the off-ramp to General Hudnell. Disabled vehicle has the off-ramp partially blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by A&A Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Got a clogged drain? At A&A Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, they'll clear your main sewer drain for just $93 or it's free. Don't wait for a bigger mess. Call your local experts now. Visit aaplumbingsa.com and book your service today. Must have approved cleanout. License number M3749.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first, then buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our four-legged friends. You know, the little things. Like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Lowe's knows that free makes everything better. That's why our rewards members get free standard shipping on the things they need and want, starting at Silver Key status every day. Savings for rewards members add up fast, so why wait? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help. You save. Not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/shipping terms. Subject to change. Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee. Included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is officially cut-down day in the NFL. Who's staying, who's going?
We will react to all the moves, although I wouldn't say it's the final rosters for either the Cowboys or the Texans. Plus, UTSA Athletic Director Lisa Campos joins us at 2:35.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
$9:22. Superman, where are you now?
What a random choice of songs.
It is.
I haven't heard that one in quite a minute. I liked Phil Collins.
Do
I was
you?
a fan of, yeah. If you can drum and sing,
Yeah.
that's a.
Not my thing, but I don't.
This is no Susudio.
I hate that song.
Really?
I do. I hate that song. I
What,
mean,
Susudio?
Yes.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's a dreadful song, but listen, big hit. What are you going to do? Let's see what's going on in the world outside of sports. Lil Nas X pleads not guilty.
I saw you naked, dude. I saw you. What do you mean not guilty?
It was accused of attacking police
in his
LA.
underwear.
Yeah, when they confronted him for walking down the street naked. Big deal.
I saw the video. Did he attack him?
Well, he was charged on Monday with 4 felonies. Police say he charged at them. Which, by the way, I think I've never been in the same room as Lil Nas X.
I have. He's a little dude.
I was gonna say I think he's like 5 foot tall.
Yeah, he's not a big dude.
So he charged at you, and he was accused of 3 counts of battery with injury on a police officer and 1 felony count of resisting. Initially booked on suspicion of obstructing an officer on Friday, and he pled not guilty to those charges.
He'll plead out and do some time, but community service.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's.
At least he had clean underwear on. Mom was right.
That's true.
You never know.
If you get arrested once, you want to be
if
wearing.
You're running around in your tidy
clean
whities. You want them clean.
Underwear.
That's why I have underwear. Clean up.
You never know when you're gonna have a mental break. And,
I don't know if I want to have a diabetic shock and have to go to the hospital.
Start running around. You don't want skid marks. I mean, you're going to be on TMZ. You want to be on for the right reasons.
That's why I never wear underwear. Because if you
go.
never wear underwear,
well,
you're never going to be caught in dirty ones.
Yeah, I don't want to ever have to be in a fight fully nude. That's one of my worst nightmares.
You remember when Dean Cain said that he is going to join ICE?
He had a college debt to get paid off.
Well,
he's a fatty.
He is a fatty.
I was gonna say.
And I guess he didn't realize there was like a training course, and he's 59 years old. He's a little chubby, and he's struggling through the training course. And it's always funny when a guy that is best known as Superman.
Right?
Like gets stuck on top of a wall he's supposed to climb over.
I mean, why did he put himself in this? Was he that irrelevant that he needed to do this to himself?
All these dudes that want to
he's unrecognizable.
They all want to cuck to politicians and whoever the man in charge is. If you're the man in charge, these celebrities will do whatever they can to get in your graces.
Go be on Dancing with the Stars like every other washed up star. Go find another way to get back relevant. Instead of saying you're going to join us, learn to dance.
Oh, by the way, a lot of people don't know this. Do you know Dean Cain's real name isn't Dean Cain?
Oh, I didn't know that. What is it?
Dean George Tanaka. Yeah, I don't know if he's.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
well.
if he's here legally or not, but if he is,
Well,
how
it goes
great would it have been?
deeper.
He goes to the ICE training course and they just arrest him and just kick his ass.
Did you know that the guy that I believe either sits at you or my chair that has been part of the Star for a long time was played with Dean Cain. Steve Foster, who does the Foster Show on Sunday, Dean Cain, and Jason Garrett
Oh, yeah.
of the Cowboys, not the Doc, were suite mates at Princeton. They all played.
Really?
Dean Cain, Jason Garrett, and Stephen Foster.
Yeah.
They were all teammates.
They were teammates on that Princeton team.
The Foss.
When
no
Garrett
idea.
eventually became the backup quarterback for the Cowboys prior to that, he and Dean Cain and Steve Foster were suite
Isn't that
mates at
weird?
Princeton
That
football.
is weird. 50 years ago today, Bruce Springsteen released a little song.
Was it 50 years ago?
50 years ago today.
Oh, my God.
Born to Run. How does that make you feel old?
Well, it's not the one that
I was 6.
Well, I was 9 when it hit, and that was the beginning of what was to become. But this is Bruce.
Yeah.
This is what was to become. He was already that. My gosh. He was the later day Woody Guthrie.
Or
He was
Bob Dylan.
Or
Like,
Bob Dylan. He
yeah.
was just the next and continues to be that.
Yeah, pretty wild. 50 years when I saw it. Now, 10 years later.
When he was dancing with Courtney Cox.
No, 10 years later, we upped the ante because after this brilliant song was released 50 years ago, just 40 years ago, we got this.
Hold on.
Oh, come on, Vic.
Oh, God. This is when they were like Starship. They couldn't even
This
say
is
Jefferson
Starship.
anymore. We have nothing to do with Jefferson Airplane. Just
Nothing.
Grace Slick trying to sell her last record. This song sucked.
This is the song.
Sucked. This is the end of MTV videos. This one did it.
Do you realize that this is the song, like when people say, when they did a poll on the song that defined the 1980s, this is the song that won.
Yeah, it does remind me of Guess Jeans.
Oh, this. Oh.
Or Jordache.
This is the music of the 80s, Rob.
No, it's not.
This is it.
No, it's not. I was there. Trust me. This is 80s music that you would hear on movies about the 80s. Like fake 80s music. I think this song made it big when it was it Andrew McCarthy and the mannequin that became real? Bad 80s movie with a bad 80s soundtrack. This I think was on it.
Oh.
So it is the quintessential
That sounds
bad 80s
80s.
music. Oh God, this was so bad. And this was from Grace Slick did this.
Yeah.
You did this. From the Haight-Ashbury days in the late 60s. The Summer of Love. Woodstock. All those things. And this is what we built this city on rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, it would be
Song
like,
of the 80s,
It'd
Rob.
be like the Grateful Dead had a dance track.
Yeah. The top-selling cassette.
Dude. Shameful.
Yeah, I like those the songs of the decade. Like what song best encompasses the decade? And like in the 90s it was Smells Like Teen Spirit. The 1980s was We Built This City
That is
by
so-
Starship.
there's a lot of other bad songs I'd put up there if we wanted to. But this one is not one of them.
No, this to me reminds me of 80s. This is 80s.
This makes me want to dance.
Well,
like
I would know. You know what? Another song that might be even closer would be like Gloria Estefan.
Oh,
this is very 80s. Oingo Boingo?
Yeah.
Danny
Weird,
Elfman?
Weird Science.
Danny
Yeah.
Elfman had a lot of good big hits.
Kelly LeBrock was like my dream woman back then.
Ugh, time to not treat her well.
Oh, yeah. Now it's like, ugh.
Danny Elfman went on to score a bunch of movies. Ever listen to Dead Man's Party?
No. Is it real?
Here's it.
That's it. This is Danny Elfman. Oingo Boingo, to be exact.
This is what Rob's into.
Yeah.
I was. Oingo Boingo was hot.
But not We Built This City.
No.
Even though it's the song of the 80s.
According to whom? Southern Living.
Elsewhere, a young woman had to make an emergency visit to a hospital following a bout of, quote, extreme lovemaking. She was admitted to a hospital in Ufa in western Russia last week. She was admitted with spasms and pain in the anus. She is 21 years old. And they were like, well, I wonder what's going on with this girl. She was very vague about, like, you know, I'm
Oh, they always are.
yeah, it all kind of hurts. And the man brought her in, and they didn't know exactly what was wrong with her until the man told them what extreme lovemaking entailed, and they put a king cucumber inside her vagina. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen a king cucumber, but
It's not a regular cucumber?
it's not a regular cucumber. The king cucumber it's probably about the size of my forearm from wrist to elbow.
Oh, come on.
I'm not kidding. It is. They can grow up to 16 inches long.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
and we're talking like, Vic, we're talking like king cucumbers. This isn't like, if they threw this thing onto the floor at a WNBA game, a hole would be busted in the floor.
That's the Green Goblin.
Yes.
I was gonna say that is a big.
Well, I find the strangest part of this story. You know where Ufa, Russia is?
I don't.
It's in the Republic of, I kid you not, Bashkortostan.
Oh, that's my favorite Russian province.
Bashkortostan.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this place. Have you ever heard of Bashkortostan? Evidently,
No.
they grow big cucumbers there.
No.
Gigantic cucumbers.
Well,
Ooh, do they have little spiky things on it?
no, there were no spiky things on it.
Okay.
But here's the thing. It got stuck up there, all the way up there, and they couldn't get it out. Like, there wasn't a piece that they could grab onto and pull out.
Oh, no.
So the doctors had to go in and pull it out.
The jaws of life.
And then, you know, they got it out of there. They
Look at that monster.
I know, dude, I'm telling you. This poor gal, extreme lovemaking is an understatement.
I feel bad for her.
They got the cucumber out, and they made sure that the rectum had not also been damaged, and everything was removed, and they got the all clear. But upon the examination, they noticed that the cucumber had a large bite taking out of it. So at some point during the extreme lovemaking,
there wasn't something inside that took it.
No. I don't think so.
It came out. There wasn't a bite off that when it went in.
It actually. So here it does say this. Why had the cucumber been bitten? The couple chose not to provide an answer and instead quietly left the hospital. So I mean,
well,
I think I know.
Shame.
I think I know.
I don't want to know.
This is the.
All I know is I'm never having a salad at their house.
I know.
No, I'll pass on the salad.
Going to their garden.
Nah, I'm
This
good.
is the second case in Russia this year of a cucumber being lodged inside a body cavity, where earlier a 40-year-old man went to the hospital complaining of pain and saying he was unable to walk. Perplexed, doctors took an X-ray and they found...
Perplexed? The guy didn't...
He didn't tell
clue him in, like... I don't know where the pain's coming from.
No, he didn't tell him. And in fact,
but he went to the doctor.
Even when they found a cucumber inside his anal cavity, he said that
I don't know.
The vegetable must have grown inside him from a seed because he eats a lot of cucumbers at home. So his theory was that a cucumber plant had come up in his body, and that's how the cucumber got there.
And his mother got pregnant with him on the toilet seat.
Yes. I don't, and of course, believe it or not, the doctors, they didn't buy into his story.
I don't care.
They still believe that he put it up there himself.
$1 million to one shot, Doc. $1 million to one. I don't know. Just.
What? Well, I mean, I eat a lot of cucumbers, and
and that's what happened.
That's that.
Yeah.
It must.
But
have,
I'm not gay.
It must. It must have grown.
Again, I'm not eating a salad in Russia.
Nope.
I don't want to know.
I eat tons of cucumber.
Especially
That never
Bosch cortisone sands.
Yeah, I don't eat cucumber. That's only part of the reason why I don't eat cucumbers. But now
I eat them all the time.
Well, you better be careful. What's going to grow in you?
I don't know, but my stomach hurts right now.
Uh-oh. When you go to the doctor, Vic's going to be like, "What's going on?" I don't know, Doc. I've been following a clean diet, and they're like, "Well, we got an X-ray here.
And,
that appears to be a king cucumber."
It's growing.
That's not a cucumber.
Is that a cucumber or your co-host's arm? All right, let's take our last break of the day.
I have a shirt.
The Cucumber King.
We'll take a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry, this is you've conquered the course. We'll keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
San Antonio, join the 210 Challenge and help UTSA football pack the Alamo Dome this season. Just $210 gets you a pair of club-level season tickets to watch all 6 Roadrunners home games this season. You can't beat this deal. $210 for a pair of season tickets. Log on to GoUTSA.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. Because when we win, San Antonio wins.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Does RexMD really work?
Over 85% of guys said not only does it work, they saw results the very first night. And you can get your first month free at freerexmd.com with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit freerexmd.com to get your first month free. That's FREEREXMD.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale, now at AutoZone until September 22nd. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Forever Maine, ever Maine, ever Maine. Hey, did you see
What?
This is a wild. We'll do the daily lines in a minute, but I wanted to get to this at some point today. The University of Oklahoma is selling fan access to press conferences now.
Trust me, it ain't that interesting.
If you want to sit in on the post game press conference. Now you don't get to ask questions.
Most guys don't.
You just get to sit there and watch reporters ask.
Are you allowed to have a camera and everything?
I'm surprised they're doing this.
They're going to ask Brent Venables, dude, have you ever created a defense that can stop the run? Ever? That's what they're going to ask him. If you pay $692.11, you can do it. Now, you could wait around for 15, 20 minutes, and they'll put it on YouTube. But
I, having done thousands of these,
I would not.
I don't see the allure.
I do not. I will not pay for that.
That is the one. Yeah.
I've been to a few.
Yeah, that's just no. But I guess if you've never done it.
No.
Well, the cost for the Illinois State season opener is actually a discounted $461, and it's sold out.
Good. I mean, I imagine whoever bought that ticket won't buy another one.
There's a sucker born every minute.
I'm gonna go. That was it.
You know who this is concerning to? Guys like us who might want to go and ask a question or get some media access. They're gonna start charging us.
What?
I don't know.
No, they need us.
You're just trying to. I don't know. Oklahoma doesn't. Maybe.
Well, I mean, yeah. They should pay us to show up.
They don't want me there. That's the one place they don't want me up around them parts. All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do, boys, by taking a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Let's start in Major League Baseball, or as the Latins call it, Major League Baseball.
Baseball?
Baseball.
Like Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny. The Red Sox are in Baltimore taking on, it's Lucas Giolito and Cal Bradish. That is a straight-up pick-em game here, ladies and gentlemen. 110 both ways. Hurston Waldrip will pitch for the Atlanta Braves today. Hurston Waldrip goes against Sandy Alcantara and the Miami Marlins. Braves minus 135 there. Shane Baz and the Rays head to Cleveland. They're taking on Parker Messick and the Guardians. Parker Messick, 100% made-up person. The Nationals are in New York taking on the Yankees. Mackenzie Gore goes for the Nats. Luis Gil for the Yankees. Yankees minus 190. Bailey Ober and the Twins are in Toronto. Chris Bassett going for the Jays. Jays minus 165. Jesus Luzardo and the Phillies minus 115 favorites in New York. The Mets go with Sean Manaea in that one. Brandon Pfaadt goes for the Diamondbacks. Jacob Mizorowski goes for the Brew Crew. Brewers minus 155 favorites. Michael Lorenzen and the Royals are in Chicago on the south side, taking on Martin Perez and the White Sox. The Royals minus 115. Mitch Keller and the Pirates, they're in St. Louis taking on Andre Payante and the Cardinals. Cardinals minus 130. The Angels go with Yusei Kikuchi. I say Kakachi. You say Kikuchi. They are minus 115 favorites at Arlington, taking on the Rangers. It's Patrick Corbin Day.
It hasn't been the same.
Patrick Corbin Day.
It hasn't been the same this year.
I mean, listen, if you're a home dog to the Angels, you're still Patrick Corbin.
You mean the Halos?
The Halos, that's right.
But I haven't won money with him this year. Hadn't been the
No,
same.
it hasn't. Last year it was an ATM.
It was perfect.
It was, it's Patrick Corbin Day. Put in my card.
The kids will never
take
know
out the money.
how easy it was.
Those were the good old days. Tanner Gordon goes for the Rockies, made-up person, I believe. Hunter Brown will go for the Astros. The Astros minus 360 favorites with Hunter Brown going against the Rockies. That is an absurd
That's when the Rockies
number.
jump up and get you.
Yeah, because
the Yanks.
the Dodgers, they got them twice
That's
as
right.
minus 300 favorites. Dylan Cease and the Padres head to Seattle to take on the Mariners. Luis Castillo goes for the M's. They're minus 115 favorites. Matthew Boyd and the Cubs minus 145 in San Francisco, taking on the Verlander-led Giants. Charlie Effin Morton goes for Detroit. Osvaldo Bido goes for the A's. Tigers minus 125. Nick Martinez will go for the Cincinnati Reds as they go take on the L.A. Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw on the bump for the Dodgers. They are minus 185 favorites in that one. Lady basketball.
Oh, here we go.
I got a fever. The only thing that can stop it is a storm. The Storm of Seattle, 4-point favorites at the Indiana Fever as the Fever continue to scuffle and try to make the playoffs. Times are hard without Caitlin. Times are hard for the Fever.
Entire league.
Oh, yes. And the Phoenix Mercury, 4-point favorites in L.A., taking on the Sparks. We got a big game tomorrow for Lady basketball standards, a huge matchup. The red-hot Las Vegas Aces.
Look out. They're the best team.
Go to take on the Atlanta Dream tomorrow. That's a 1.5-point spread for that one. In the tennis, the big tennis matches, the U.S. Open up in, is it Flushing, New York?
It's right there in Queens.
Let's see if any, I don't think any big, no big favorites lost yesterday. The big story yesterday was Carlos Alcaraz's haircut. He's plus 175. Bald Carlos Alcaraz is plus 175.
Venus played yesterday.
Yeah, she lost. She's out already.
She actually was competitive.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's like I want to say she's 50.
45. I made a point of going to watch her.
She's older than me. I'm only 44.
It was fun to watch. I mean, she was obviously very rusty, and her serve kind of let her down. But it was good to see her, although all in all, I didn't see a lot of good tennis yesterday.
No?
No.
Well, Iga Swiatek predicted to win. She is plus 225. Arina Sabalenka, that's my favorite. That's my gal. She's 3-1. Elena Rybakina, 10-1. Mira Andreeva, 10-1.
Where's the U.S. girls?
Coco Gauff, 11-1. Naomi Osaka, 18-1.
Where's the other one?
Emma Raducanu, 25-1, and Jessica Pegula.
There she is.
28-1. I can almost guarantee.
Aren't you a Pegula fan? Shouldn't you be all in on the Pegula?
Listen.
Does she wear Buffalo Bills stuff?
No.
Why
but
not?
Much like the Bills, she comes up short pretty much all the time.
Maybe the combination. Maybe if she wore the colors and they wore some tennis stuff, it might.
I mean, it would be cool. That's what I would do.
I kind of like her. She's not a bad player.
I'd wear an O.J. Simpson jersey.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Or the old school just standing buffalo.
Yeah.
Put that on her racket or something. Yeah.
But it'd be cool if she had a shirt that said "Free OJ" or something like that. Even though, I mean, he's dead now, but it'd still be kind of funny and ironic.
Tennis types would like that.
Yeah. Well, the U.S. Open tennis crowd is different than Wimbledon.
Well, I had the misfortune of accidentally watching that Netflix series about tennis players and learned all of them are awful.
Like
Every one of them are terrible people.
Yeah. I already don't like people who play tennis. I'm not going to like that show.
Yeah, they're exactly who you think they are.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Hard Knocks tonight.
We got one more after this, or is this the last one?
I think we've got one more after this.
So we'll get to see the cuts.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, they got pants last week. I'd like to see what their practice is going to look like.
Well, no, this week
they
won.
Got that one. They did win.
They did get a win,
right.
thanks to Shane Buechele, and then they fired him.
That's right.
Got their first win of the season, and they kicked his ass to the curb. There is one more sporting event going on tonight for those who are fans of Dana White's Contender Series. There is a fight between Marcio Barbosa and Damon Wilson, and this Marcio Barbosa is a bad dude. If you can find a wager on him to win by knockout, that would be my best guess. To win in the first round, I think, is also a real possibility. So Marcio Barbosa is going to be my play tonight on the Contender Series.
Are we going to have numbers on Eurobasket?
I would guess so at some point. Let me see what I got WNBA FIBA AmeriCup.
That's the cup that our Spur got in the fight with yesterday. Jones Garcia.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I got Eurobasket here. Tomorrow, let's see. Lithuania and Great Britain. Lithuania, 17.5-point favorite.
That's probably pretty good.
Czech Republic, 2.5-point favorites against Portugal. By the way, these are like all early in the morning. So if you when I say tomorrow, I'm talking like 5:30 in the morning. You got to wake up early. How about Germany, a 13-point favorite over Montenegro?
Only 13?
Yep. Latvia, a 2-point favorite against Turkey.
That looks like a good game.
Finland, 10.5 against Sweden.
Is Markkanen playing? I wonder.
I don't know. And Serbia, oh boy. Serbia is playing Estonia. How about Serbia minus 30?
Well, I think Serbia might have the most NBA players of all the teams other than the French. Jokic, Bogdanovic, Jovic, Topic, a lot of Nicholas on that team. And Tristan Vucevic. So they're full of NBA talent.
The other big teams, they play on Thursday. So Spain is 10-point favorites against Georgia. Country, not the state. Israel, 11.5-point favorites against Iceland.
Deni Avdija representing the Israelis.
France, 17.5-point favorites against Belgium. Bosnia-Herzegovina is taking on Cyprus. They're 26-point favorites in that one. Greece, 6-point favorites over Italy, and Slovenia, 5-point favorites over Poland. Yeah. So
not much in the early games, but once we get towards a couple of weeks from now, it's going to be good basketball.
A couple of weeks from now, the NFL is going to be going on.
I
We're
know,
not
but
care.
I will, because there's going to be some good basketball played.
What are you going to watch, that or Thursday night football?
Well, again, these games are early in the morning. I mean, it's kind of like
we're working.
Given the choice, there's weekend games. Given the choice between mid-level bad college football and a Group A.
That's true.
Hoops. I mean, this is one of those tournaments you pay attention to, I think.
All right.
At least they'll get us to October.
All right, friends, that does it for us today. Blitz comes up at 2. I'm sure they're going to move my cat again because Jason Minix is a big, giant crybaby.
They move my chair. At least you could sit down.
You're a real crumb bum. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. We'll discuss the Cowboys roster and the rest of the league's rosters. Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
Hornitos Tequila and America's Team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's Jesse Hernandez.